When you finish your service, Nigeria will happen to you last night. Now this one kidnapper. This one I kidnapper.
Reaching here and hello business morning. Yeah, already stopping people from entering, but still at the gate there. So unfortunate.
They don't make us say we don't stop. They paid us 15,000 for it yesterday. They get carry a thing on the social media. They get nothing is 15,000 naira. 15,000.
So actually here, Sowore, I see there. They are filled everywhere with DSS and all that. I don't know. They are filled everywhere with DSS, like they are not allowing people into the gate. I don't know. We just know that. Okay, I can see three Sowore.
I don't go best for them.
Country ti nyanya. Country ti bàjẹ́, ó ti nyanya, ó ti di pẹ̀tà. You know what di pẹ̀tà is? Rotten to...
Those houses are in Qatar, it's in Nyanya. Very in Abuja, not Nyanya district.
Katati Bodu justice on that.
Okay.
That's the sad reality of the country. See, in countries around the world, some countries don't give houses to judges. It's mostly countries around, maybe the Commonwealth, India and the likes, and Africa, that have quarters for judges. Ideally, it's not supposed to be a bad thing. But Nigeria is never an ideal scenario. That's the problem. And that's why I think this is a way to buy judges leading up to politics. The question we should ask is, have judges been bought in before in this country? Yes, now. It might not be straight buying, it might be pressure. What's Wasn't it a judge that came out and said he was pressured to give a judgment against Fela? And Fela turned it into a song that judge, they beg you, he don't beg. What are we saying? Is it not in this country that a court of appeal said stay execution on the case? A judge ignored the court of appeal. A federal high court judge ignored the court of appeal, gave judgment. The court of appeal had to come back and rule and say that's judicial rascality. Till today, didn't I predict last week? Has anything happened to the judge?
Not yet. Still early days.
Ayo, if anything happened to the judge, I will come and will say, okay. I don't want to say all that I will do. Is it not in this country? Is it not in the country that, although I do support what Buhari did there when they raided judges, and they raided judges and they made thousands of dollars in their home. Anyway, all those judges were acquitted in 2016, but they made thousands of dollars in their possession. Is it today? Is it today that you see all sorts of judgment that have K-leg? So, ideally, it's not supposed to be a bad thing. Qatar has covered the eye.
No, I still want to see. There are still some good judges.
No, they are good ones. So that's why I say ideally, it's not supposed to.
Some of them would not sacrifice their name.
See, that lady justice thing that they used to tie something in the eye. Qatar has covered the eye of that lady justice.
This is about welfare and security.
I don't have problems with it.
Don't let us impugn the integrity of their lordship.
That's
a different kind of
I am
conversation.
not impugning the integrity of women. I said, ideally, it should not be a big deal. In fact, I even advocate. I remember Justice Datijo. I've had conversation with Justice Ruth Five about this. I would have wanted a case in which, yes, I know they increased their salary recently. It's even monetized and it's part of a pay package where they say, okay, if a justice sees house, there should be a set allowance where the government can give them to be able to purchase a house of election. I would have loved that. But you see, Dr. Abati, this one that a politician is coming to build and saying, Nami do am. And you said you heard the Inuedo song, Nami build am. And he said, it is under my tenure that I built it. Is it his money? Is it his money? Dr. Abati, very good question.
Okay.
Let me not tell, please, that's what I say I will take.
Okay.
Is it his money that he for doing road, taxpayers' money, he took media, he took praise singers, he's collecting the glory, dancing. He said, I did it. I did it for you.
That's what we said.
So, the optics of the fact that he was the one that collected the land from Julius Berger and he built this on top of it, is seen as his effort. So that's what I have problems with. Ideally, it's supposed to be a bad thing. If there's a structure where a judge gets to a certain level, there's money, they make funds available to be able to purchase, what is it called, and it's a government scheme. I don't have problems with that. But Dr. Abati, I'm not trying to impugn the integrity of the judiciary. There are good judges in this country, don't get me wrong. Kudos to the Court of Appeal judges that stood up and kicked against that other judgment. But Dr. Abati, as they are good judges, they are judges that make you feel in this country,
Thank you, Rufai.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, follow, and share.
Watch. Defend yourself, Nigeria. Kudos to the Northerners. Kudos. You see the Northern community. They don't vex now. They enter their bush. Now their farmland before they see that they run so. When AK bandits don't turn to their places, they pursue bandits. Nigerians, defend yourself. I don't tell when they talk I'm here. But let's sweet me for this one now. If all the states they do like this, just as this movement be now, I believe all those backbite, it will reduce. Because why? Everybody marks their God. Sojo or Popo, when you think say, you they use your taxpayer money, they pay. they not get out of themselves again. Because the government don't let us know as a Nigerian say, those people now our brothers, they don't need to buy them. So they not they send Popo and Sojo for them again. They leave them to the buy the Nigerians. Yes. So you need to secure yourself as a community because not will be easy for only one person. Yes, community big, people many. Make una secure una self because if not, many people will collect. Many people will collect. Nigeria, secure yourself in no ramification. Secure yourself. I love this move. Yes. Kudos to those Northerners when do this matter. Kudos to them. I come in peace.
Latest breaking news, guys. So the presidency, I can say that the Tinubu camp have started dragging P2B, saying that P2B is childish after he called for Tinubu resignation. Yesterday, P2B released an official statement calling for Tinubu to resign, that his administration has showed nothing but high level of incompetency. Now, for Tinubu the presidency or Tinubu camp to respond or react to P2B calling for Tinubu to resign, they say that P2B is childish with a lot of things, added to it. But before I go deep into this, we could remember in 2015 when Goodluck Jonathan, when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of Nigeria, we could remember when Buhari did the same Tinubu, the same presidency, people who are currently working for Tinubu that has also worked for Buhari, both of them joined hands to form APC. This APC, they formed this party to dethrone, Goodluck Jonathan then. They campaigned against him. The videos are out there. The videos are out there on social media, including the current president, Tinubu, called for Goodluck Jonathan resignation. They did all sorts of things when he was the president. Then why are they reacting differently if it's the other way around? Because if I have to fact check, the reason why Tinubu and the people under his administration called for Goodluck Jonathan to resign, in fact, more than what happened then is happening under the administration. So why are they picking offense if an opposition reacts as an opposition? Because P2B is literally reacting as an opposition. He is an opposition. And he has to sell himself. Not even selling himself. What he's doing is what every opposition that meant well for the people will do without mixing words. So why are they reacting differently when P2B called for Tinubu resignation? The reason why they did all sorts of things to Goodluck Jonathan was mostly insecurity. And we have to ask, if you have to do comparative analysis, between the insecurity, if you have to compare between the insecurity in 2015 during then Goodluck Jonathan administration and the insecurity in 2026, is it even comparable? Is it even comparable at all? If you have to react, Nigerians have to react based on insecurity. Tinubu shouldn't even serve the second year, let alone the third year, campaigning for the next second term. Because this man has failed beyond everything, every leadership, every governance, good governance. He has failed. The inflation, the poverty, the hunger, the high cost of living, insecurity, the double taxation. Where should we name? We can name countless of it that he has failed. This man has failed. And I see no reason why his camp should feel offended if an opposition reacts and also an opposition. Because that's the truth. Nigerians are wiser now. We are wiser now. It's no longer the era where they will come with one, propaganda to change the narrative, and they keep moving. We are keeping moving because we are hungry. Where will they move, they go? Why hunger they catch us? Now who eat belly food, they keep moving. We keep moving. He came and said he wants to keep the ground running. Where you run and go? You run and enter poverty. Anyway.
Very dark man, you criminal, what did you stand for? What did you stand for? You NGO thief, you money launderer, what did you stand for? You don't stand with the people, you stand with government by proxy. That is what you are. So if anybody is talking about not knowing what people stand for, does very dark man have the moral compass to discuss that kind of issue? Very dark man, if I may ask you, what did you stand for? You are saying that you don't know what Sowore stand for. Very dark man. You talk so much against your own lifestyle so that people can think otherwise of whom you are. When Sowore was at his 20s, he was already fighting the government. And very dark man, at your 20s, you were already standing for homosexuality. What did you they do at your 20s now to the promote same-sex activities? That was what you stood for at your 20s, at your late 20s. You say you were fighting product without NAFDAC. You graduated from that into being a blackmailer. You started fighting successful people that you and your family want to be like. You were going after individuals. And not until this time, he never fought any private individual. He has been fighting government and politicians. After doing activism for good 30 years, he decided to set up a political party. This is the same person you are saying he does not have structure. Very dark man, you claim to have a structure. You could not put 300 people on the streets of Abuja to protest. You are talking about somebody not having structure. Do you think that life is all about having 4 million followers on Facebook? With all your millions followers on Facebook, you could not put 300 people on the streets of Abuja to protest. You went to Okada Garage in Nasarawa. From there, you went to Under Bridge in Oyo, where ordinarily, whenever you come to Under Bridge in Oyo, you will find not less than 1,000 people there. Very dark man. What did you stand for? This has been the third time you travel to China. You keep lying to your gullible followers. You keep lying to Nigerians that you are bringing something home that will benefit students. But as we speak today, your elder brother is selling vehicle that is not less than 20 million naira. How many of your Ratel members have even 5 million naira in their account before even thinking about buying a vehicle of 20 million naira that your elder brother is selling? What did you stand for, very dark man? Nigerians contributed money for you. You used that money to start a family business. Very dark man, you criminal. What did you stand for? What did you stand for? You NGO thief, you money launderer. What did you stand for? The last time you came out, you said you cannot protest. Now you are doing protest. Nobody knows what you stand for. You idiots. Very dark man, it is you who stands for nothing, but it is customary of you to speak so much against your own lifestyle so that people will think that you are not what you preach against. You don't stand with the people, you stand with government by proxy. That is what you are, that is what you stand for.
Deeply troubling viral video of a young girl who's now described life inside a terrorist camp, revealing widespread sexual violence against women and girls in captivity. Let's take a look.
mun ka tai can kai mu cikin bukka abu gemu amma dai ana ba mu abinci amma abu gemu an muna walakanci kala kala an sun dai aga miliyan 10 ban sani ba da an karshe an dai kai.
This is heartbreaking. A monarch dead in captivity, a ransom paid but no release, Another king snatched from his own home, and a survivor describing the unimaginable horrors of a terrorist den. This morning, Nigeria must reckon with the full human cost of this insecurity crisis. Because beyond the statistics, these are people's lives shattered, one kidnapping at a time. I mean, the monarch, may his soul rest in peace. This was unnecessary. Your thoughts?
Gosh, it's daily, isn't it? It comes at you on a daily basis. It's devastating. And the helplessness nature of the situation is why is it that they seem to always escape? And that's why, for me, I always bring out the map. When I hear these stories, I always just look at the map of Nigeria and I say, we've known for decades that the mission of these terrorists, of these insurgents, has always been to move to the coast. That has always been the mission. And now we are seeing, you read out Kwara, you read out Ondo. There's also Oyo, which is outstanding. In Ogun State, we're hearing of drug busts, massive drug busts. So you see that this is virtually at the coast. And what have we done to prevent it? We have a fire brigade approach in all of this. Now, as to the lady who has such trauma that she can't even use the words, they raped me. She says they had sex with me. Just to show that she doesn't have a full grasp of how violated she was. And is she getting psychological support? Most likely not. How many thousands of young women, even elderly women, are just, their families gather what they can to bring them out of captivity, and they just forced back into the harsh realities of daily life, and we're not providing support. So we have a traumatized generation that is emerging from this crisis. So we always talk about unintended consequences. We know the immediate consequences are that we're not safe. But are we thinking about what this will look like in 10 years, 15 years, when you have a whole generation of those who were impacted by this insecurity, by these atrocities, those who escaped indoctrination, and how that's going to impact the fabric of our nation tomorrow? It's a very scary reality. But unfortunately, when you talk about sort of psychological impacts, people think you're speaking English, and it's you can't blame them for that, because
rubbish.
but you also can't blame them for that, because the very urgent need right now is for us to just be physically safe before we can even think about our psychological safety. But it is very terrifying. Like I said, in 10 years, what this is going to look like, it's going to shape entire communities. What are the interventions?
These are the questions. There is more on insecurity, but I know you want to touch on
just very quickly on the young trauma. Yes, because sometimes rescuing them and not dealing with their psychological needs is as good as not rescuing them at all. Some of them would rather not even be alive. I heard a story over this weekend, and the reason why, OG, it's important to tell these stories is that we cannot afford to be desensitized to what is going on. We cannot afford to get used to news like this and just think, oh, sorry, oh, so bad. A story was said of a girl, true story, of a lady at NYSC Copa in captivity. Ransom was asked. Her father sold stuff to try and make up money to pay. When he said, okay, let him speak to the daughter before paying, she said her father shouldn't bother paying ransom, because if she comes out, she'll kill herself because of what she had to go through in the hands of the terrorists. And so she was, they killed her when she mentioned that. But I'm trying to say that these are the real stories of people. So it doesn't just end with the celebration of a release. Like Vimbai mentioned, it is what we face years and years after, and Nigeria cannot afford to turn a blind eye or sweep it under the carpet as we are wont to do many issues. We don't like to talk about these very sensitive things. It's not in our culture. But the truth is that we do these people a disservice if we don't acknowledge the trauma that they face in captivity and understand that every single day that these people are held is a day more for them to continue in this horrid behavior. Today is the day of the African child. But guess what? We have children who have spent 1 month and a few days in captivity. I don't want to imagine. I'm praying that they are safe and nothing has happened to them. But every single day that they remain in captivity, we don't know what is going on. And that's why we must keep on speaking up about this.
I mean, we must keep on speaking. And that's what we're doing on.
Now, for the record, I just saw the video that Very Dark Man did about the Hausa and the Igbos and the Yorubas. Just they watch, oh, just they watch. You will see some goats. You will see some coward will come outside and misinterpret that video. That very dark man is trying to cause division. Just they watch. Just watch the next narrative. Go Twitter, go wait. Just give this video. This is when he posted that video now. It's just 40 minutes. Just wait for the next 4 hours. Maybe you see narrative who wants to the fly. Just they watch. I'm active. Show me are you there. Just they watch. You will see the way they go twist the story. They go twist her and leave the message he is passing. That is the biggest problem of Nigerians. They're not going to listen to the message in the past, so they'll twist her. Some go cut and join. Some go carry another different video, measure with her. Some go carry her, take cut only the half part. They go post and not go post the full video. Some go even carry the half of the video, the half clip, post her. Some go come out for inside the notes. Those influencers say they don't fit talk, make their people go get PVC. They don't fit advise their people to do the right thing. They'll cut that place. They will use and they do video. All these political tools there. Just they watch. Just watch the next narrative. You don't see narrative. No worry, narrative they come now. Just they watch. Observe them. They know what they are doing. All of them one by one. They know what they are doing. That's why you see me say, sometimes I feel say Nigeria does not deserve very dark man. Nigerians, they don't deserve very dark man. You know the eye where very dark man they open for a while. The guy they open our eyes back to back. Baba they open our eyes. We they open our eyes one by one. Because make it make sense. When you move around the street of Lagos, there's also outside beggars food the road. You know go apart from all these Yoruba boys they do boy they do like this for you. Those ones now you know also na agberu. But you know all those ones they collect money in their pockets they go. But you see all this also they road. We see them for road so they beg. So much children they road they beg. So they get person when send they call the road they come beg that money. Let me say that money you give them. So that you say sometimes I'm not encouraged to give them. I rather give them something to eat than I give them my own money. Because by the time you give them that money that you are giving them, so you are thinking you are helping them. But that money that they gather the money, then they give out to somebody else. They get what they deliver to. Your blessing you collect again. They do balance and carry. That's what it be. That usually I rather carry food. I rather carry food. I buy food down. I share for them. Or maybe if I they come, say maybe I get, or maybe this one then they sell something for up. I basically carry buns the waka. I'll buy her for them, give them in the chop. That I carry my money, give them. Because I know what they are capable of doing. All these things, if you don't know, you will not the four puts. The influencer enough will not say anything about things like this. But you see me, they start to do proko. They active. Don't go and learn new thing. Just watch the next narrative. So now hear all of us. They will now come back to this video and tell me that not be lie you talk. Narrative don't the fly. Just the watch.
Good morning, guys. I'm very worried this morning about Nigeria as a country, about the future of that country, and worried about 2027 general election, most especially the presidency. I'm very worried about that. I've been seeing series of videos flying online. I was able to get that of Brother Isaac Fayode, where he gave us a clear evidence of what is happening in Ekiti State. I'm meant to understand by that word, INEC, that it is supposed to be an independent body working on their own rules and regulation, principle, guiding them, constitution, guiding them. And not to be a puppet to another body, whether presidency, senate, house of rep, or whatsoever. INEC is supposed to operate on their own. But I see that the INEC chairman does not understand the word independent. If he does, then he will be able to stand on the constitution of binding INEC for him to be able to act with a level of integrity and dignity so he can save his name from the mess that is about to happen to his name. You see, one thing is for us to go to school, another thing is for us to have wisdom and knowledge to be able to apply to whatever thing we do. Dignity matters a lot. Why is everybody hailing VDM and this? Because it has a level of dignity and a level of integrity. Mr. INEC chairman, if you don't know the meaning of the word INEC and independent, then you better resign from that office. Let us listen to the video of our brother Isaac Fayoshe. Let's watch the video now. Let's go.
No party can win election in Nigeria. I repeat, no party, no election can change this government. Look at what they've done in Ekiti. They said people that didn't collect their voters card, they are only 30,000. There are more than that. They are over 400,000. What they did, they now gave the cards to APC. You know, the same way Larry Wike's essay enter INET server, brought out EK's details. They have entered in Ekiti, collected all the voters card that were abandoned. They now got non-indigens from the states. They now give them 20,000 to be using the cards to vote. Watch it, you are watching it. You are seeing APC, you see bar on their cap. So now these are non-indigens from Ekiti. Non-indigens. So INEC gave APC the cards that people didn't collect. They are now sharing the cards to non-indigens and giving them 20,000 with it to go and vote. Even though the picture is not their picture, it's only the card. They will just go there and use the card. Even the thumb printing does not work. They've removed that. So you can see why Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping keeps growing in our country, because good people that are meant to change our fortune are being rigged out. Look at this. Does this make sense to you? You are sharing cards to non-indigenous. Cards that are supposed to be in custody of INEC. You are now sharing them to non-indigenous to go and vote. Suddenly, Kenya, that is the second largest, does not produce the second largest vote anymore. They've changed it on their server. So areas that they want to use those cards, their voting strength don't shoot up. Bam! Because they don't go collect the uncollected cards. They don't go collect them. And they are sharing it with 2,000 for people to vote in our states. And they are not registered. So you can see why Nigeria don't feel good. Election cannot change government in this country. I swear to God. Because if we are like this, the country is gone. INEC, shame on you. Your family, your children will suffer. Continue.
Then another weakness, another evidence from another guy again, how the ruling party APC in Ekiti State bought the vote. It's a mess. Let's just watch this guy's video again. This is another evidence, and you will know that Nigeria is in a terrible hands. Watch.
Nigerians, let it be on the record that under the leadership of INEC chairman, more evidence has been coming out of election rigging in the state. Take it from me. This INEC chairman will be the most worst INEC chairman that Nigeria have ever had. Because after he will do it, you know, you see it, he asks you to go to court. And take it, nobody is going to go to court. Because what Nigeria, this APC government have done Nigeria to now, it's not worth to even say go to court for, and you get justice from the court. Please, Nigerians, you people have to wake up and see what this present INEC is doing.
You see, now, another girl again came out and testified publicly that her vote was bought with 15,000 naira, just 15,000 naira. Let's watch that girl's video. Then we'll be able to know that the INEC chairman is a failure and mess.
APC for life, APC for life. 15 pack, all votes. 15 pack, they win. APC for what? For life.
We've watched the videos. Now, tell me how 2027 general election is going to look like. They just came and they gave us a skit of how they've master planned the 2027 election and how they are going to rig it. You see, There is nothing different in 2027 than what they have given us now. If this can happen in Ekiti State, then it's going to happen in the presidential election in 2027. But one thing I want to send a direct message to the INEC chairman. It is better you resign and be a coward in that office. It's either you resign and mess up in that office, except you are not a man with integrity and dignity, then you can ride on. It doesn't care how you came into office. You can come into the office through a fraudulent means. But if you are a man of integrity, you will stand up to your word. You will stand up to your name. Because what you are doing now is a mess and a dent to your children and your family reputation. Except you don't have reputation. But if you do, if I were to be you, I will either cancel that election or disqualify the candidate of the APC and declare the other guy the winner if you want to maintain your name. This is a shame to Nigeria. No wonder the international community, the Western world, don't even respect Nigerians wherever they appear. This is a disgrace. We are very intelligent. Nigerians are very intelligent. But what you people are doing through this INEC is a mess to our system. Next year, man, is either you resign or you run out of that office. Thank you.
National press conference on the continued detention of Malam Nasru Ahmed El-Rufai and the alleged plot to poison him. On behalf of El-Rufai Life, El-Rufai Boys and Girls, Nasriya Youth Movement, and collection of Arewa youth groups, we welcome members of the press, the diplomatic community, Malam Nasru El-Rufai supporters, and ADC members here today. We have convened this international press conference because we can no longer remain silent. Malam Nasru Ahmed El-Rufai said the greater part of his adult life now find himself in a situation that raises serious questions about the state of justice and democracy in Nigeria. For over 100 days, he has been held in detention under conditions that many legal minds consider punitive rather than protective of the judicial process. As co-supporters who have Malam Nasru El-Rufai through these years, as governor and as Minister of Federal Capital Territory, we know the depth of his commitment to this country. Malam Nasru El-Rufai never ran away from accountability. He returned to Nigeria from abroad to honor this particular invitation. Yet, despite court orders granting him bail, he remained in custody of ICPC and sometimes in DSS. This is not the Nigeria many of us fought and hoped for. What makes this situation even more disturbing, as the recent public allegation by a political commentator, Timmy Frank, who stated that there is a plot within the securities cycle to poison Malam Nasru and release him in conditions that could lead to his death outside custody. These are not ordinary allegations. They speak to the possibility of state-sponsored harm against a citizen who has not been convicted of any crime. Such claims coming from a source with claimed connection within the system cannot be ignored or treated lightly. We are deeply troubled by declaring double standard in the application of justice in Nigeria today. While Malam Nasru El-Rufai and several of his former associates are being subjected to prolonged detention and unrealistic bail conditions, other individuals facing far more serious allegations appear to enjoy relative freedom and even political reward. This selective approach to justice is ending the public confidence and creating the dangerous impression that the law is being used as a tool against political opponents rather than an instrument of fairness. For instance, the former Kogi governor Yahya Bello, who is facing allegations involving over 80 billion, resisted arrest by the EFCC in a dramatic manner, was eventually granted bail under conditions that allow him reasonable freedom, even to travel to Saudi. Today, he is actively contesting as the APC senatorial candidate for Kogi Central under the ruling party, APC. Similarly, former Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, who faced serious allegations bordering on the mismanagement of trillions in his state, has found political accommodation and positioning himself within the ruling APC structure. We have also seen how former Imo State Governor Rochas Okorochas, who had multiple cases involving billions of naira, continued his political activities with relative ease. His allies and family members have also benefited from political appointment under the current administration. These individuals, despite facing grave allegations, have not been subjected to the kind of prolonged detention, impossible bail conditions, or alleged plot to eliminate them that we are now witnessing in the case of Malan Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai. This selective application of justice raises fundamental question. Why is it that some former governors with far more serious financial allegations are working freely, contesting election under the ruling party, and even being considered for higher political offices, while Malan Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, who has not been convicted of any offense, is being kept in detention through what appears to be deliberate difficult bail condition. This disparity is becoming too obvious to ignore and is damaging the credibility of our justice system. The cost of this prolonged detention cannot be overlooked. Malan Nasir El-Rufai is not just a former governor or a minister. He is a husband, a father, a grandfather. His continuous absence from his family, his inability to receive proper medical attention when needed, and the restriction placed on his access to loved ones and legal counsel are causing deep pain not only to his immediate family, but to millions of Nigeria who see him as a leader. Beyond the personal level, what is happening to Malan Nasir El-Rufai has wider implications for our democracy in Nigeria. When a government uses the instrument of the state to keep opposition figures in detention through questionable legal processes, while shielding or accommodating others with heavier allegations, it sends a chilling message. It tells young people that competence and courage may not be punished, rather than be rewarded. It tells the North that its leaders can be targeted while others are protected. This is a dangerous path for any democracy to work. We have watched with concern as institutions that should be independent appear to be under pressure. Court adjournment that stretch for weeks, bail conditions that are almost impossible to meet, and the apparent disregard for previous court orders have created a situation where justice seems delayed and in some cases denied. This is not the judiciary many Nigerians respect and look up to. As people who believe in Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai vision for a better Nigeria, we are compelled to speak. We do not seek special treatment for him. We only demand that he should be treated like every other citizens, with fairness, with respect for the law, and with the presumption of his innocence, as the Constitution of Nigeria guaranteed. In light of the above, we make the following demand to the federal government, which is led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Kaduna State government, which is led by His Excellency Senator Malam Ubasami. Immediate and transparent investigation. The federal government must immediately investigate the serious allegation made by Timi Frank regarding a plot to poison Malam Nasir El-Rufai. This investigation must be independent, thorough, and its finding must be made public. The second demand is review of bail condition. The court should urgently review the current bail condition imposed on Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai and grant him reasonable bail in accordance with the law. Prolonged detention through unrealistic condition is violation of his fundamental human rights as a Nigerian and as a human being. Our third demand, the federal government must guarantee Malam Nasir El-Rufai's safety, while our fourth demand is end to selective persecution. The federal government and relevant agencies must stop targeted harassment and prosecution of opposition figures, particularly those coming from Arewa region, who appear to be bearing the brunt of this crackdown. Our fifth demand, respect for court orders. All court orders granting access to medical care, family and legal counsel must be respected without further hindrance or excuse. Nigeria's democracy is still young. It survived military rule because many people refuse to give up on the idea of a governed by law and not by whom of those in power. We cannot afford to return to an era where political differences are settled through the manipulation of institutions rather than through fair competition and due process. We call on the international community, diplomatic missions, human rights organizations, and all well-meaning Nigerians to pay close attention to what is happening. The treatment of Malam Nasir El-Rufai is not just about one man. It is whether Nigeria will remain a country where the law protects everyone or becomes weapon used against some. We will not be silent. We will not be intimidated, and we will not stop demanding justice for Malam Nasir El-Rufai, whose rights are being violated. The movement is rising. Sorry, let me add this. It's not part of the press statement, but I want to assure every Nigerian that if we continue to allow these kind of things to happen in Nigeria, 2027 might be our last attempt to try having election. Because if we don't fight APC, if we don't fight the evil in it, both the ones in human being forms and in their action, we are going to be worse than the military rules that we are celebrating. We are having democracy now. So I would like to call our northern brothers, especially those from Kaduna. We must rise up. We must resist Obasani's attempt to make Kaduna a one-party system. And arresting of Malam Nasir El-Rufai will not stop us from our plans and our mission of sending this government back to where they belong. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Lagos, while Obasani might also follow him as well. I would like to state something clearly. If there is one thing the federal government, ICPC, have been doing since the beginning of this ordeal, is that we all know they lie. They lie too much because one, everyone saw when Hajia Aisha went there, it was 7, not 9. She was there 7, and they are saying they have protocol. Their on time is from 6 p.m. to 9.
What we are saying is we are amplifying what such a prominent member of APC could say, could tell the world. To please, let us escalate this, if possible, and we demand with empathy, vehemently, that please, there should be an investigation in that particular claims, so that it is the right of this individual who has been denied access. Now, to answer your question, if anybody from his family, yes, like the question asked, which my fellow comrade here was also responding to, one of the wives of Malam made it categorically clear she was denied access to this man to give him food and drugs. In fact, she sat with his doctor for 3 hours. Now, the doctor could not access this, not until that woman raised the alarm that this is it. Some of you press members actually rushed to the scene. It is very clear that Malam is going through some health challenges which has to do with ears and his eyes. Now, there has been some back and forth to the hospitals. Now, how do we tell that this same illness is not even symptoms of poison?
You should help us ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Malam Obasani and the chairman of the ICPC, the guy from, I think, Jigawa, that why is he still holding Malam? And the bail condition is not something that someone can attain. It's unrealistic. Which emir from Kaduna, with the kind of tyranny Obasani is unleashing on us, will agree to do a shorty of Malam? It's not possible. Based on our wages in Nigeria, which civil servant will own a house in Asokoro? The minimum of amount you can get house in Asokoro is close to 300 million upward. If you calculate our civil service wages, how much are our PAMSEC living office with, even those in federal government. So those bail conditions are planned so that Malam Nasir El-Rufai will not meet them. And believe me, we are law-abiding and we are talking softly now because we are Nigerians. Someone like me, I have nothing to fear. And I fear nobody except my creator. But wallahi, by Allah, if they continue doing this to Malam Nasir El-Rufai and other leaders, we will speak and we will take action. And our actions are going to be loud. They think I'm joking, but We are looking into that. After this press statement, we'll wait for them and see whether they are going to get back to their senses or we have to go back to the comradeship era. This is not the Nigeria many of us fought and hoped for. What makes this situation even more disturbing, as the recent public allegation by a political commentator, Timmy Frank, who stated that there is a plot within the securities cycle to poison Malam Nasru and release him in conditions that could lead to his death outside custody. These are not ordinary allegations. They speak to the possibility of state-sponsored harm against a citizen who has not been convicted of any crime. Such claims coming from a source with claimed connection within the system cannot be ignored or treated lightly. We are deeply troubled by declaring double standard in the application of justice in Nigeria today. While Malam Nasru El-Rufai and several of his former associates are being subjected to prolonged detention and unrealistic bail conditions, other individuals facing far more serious allegations appear to enjoy relative freedom and political reward. This selective approach to justice is ending the public confidence and creating the dangerous impression that the law is being used as a tool against political opponents rather than an instrument of fairness. For instance, the former Kogi governor Yahaya Bello, who is facing allegations involving over 80 billion and resisted arrest by the EFCC in a dramatic manner, was eventually granted bail under conditions that allow him reasonable freedom even to travel to Saudi. Today he is actively contesting as the APC senatorial candidate for Kogi Central under the ruling party APC. Similarly, former Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, who faced serious allegations bordering on the mismanagement of trillions in his state, has found political accommodation and positioning himself within the ruling APC structure. We have also seen how former Imo State Governor Rochas Okorochas, who had multiple cases involving billions of naira, continued his political activities with relative ease. His allies and family members have also benefited from political appointment under the current administration. These individuals, despite facing grave allegations, have not been subjected to the kind of prolonged detention, impossible bail conditions, or alleged plot to eliminate them that we are now witnessing in the case of Malam Nasru El-Rufai. This selective application of justice raises fundamental question. Why is it that some former governors with far more serious financial allegations are working freely, contesting election under the ruling party, and even being considered for higher political offices, while Malam Nasru El-Rufai, who has not been convicted of any offense, is being kept in detention through what appears to be deliberate difficult bail condition. This disparity is becoming too obvious to ignore and is damaging the credibility of our justice system. The cost of this prolonged detention cannot be overlooked. Malam Nasru El-Rufai is not just a former governor or a minister. He is a husband, a father, a grandfather. his continuous absence from his family, his inability to receive proper medical attention when needed, and the restriction placed on his access to loved ones and legal counsel are causing deep pain not only to his immediate family, but to millions of Nigeria who see him as a leader. Beyond the personal level, what is happening to Malam Nasir El-Rufai has wider implications for our democracy in Nigeria. When a government uses the instrument of the state to keep opposition figures in detention through questionable legal processes, while shielding or accommodating others with heavier allegations, it sends a chilling message. It tells young people that competence and courage may be punished rather than be rewarded. It tells the North that its leaders can be targeted while others are protected. This is a dangerous path for any democracy to walk. We have watched with concern as institutions that should be independent appear to be under pressure. Court adjournment that stretch for weeks, bail conditions that are almost impossible to meet, and the apparent disregard for previous court orders have created a situation where justice seems delayed and in some cases denied. This is not the judiciary many Nigerians respect and look up to. As people who believe in Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai vision for a better Nigeria, we are compelled to speak. We do not seek special treatment for him. We only demand that he should be treated like every other citizens, with fairness, with respect for the law, and with the presumption of his innocence as the Constitution of Nigeria guaranteed. We make the following demand to the federal government, which is led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Kaduna State government, which is led by His Excellency Senator Malam Obasani. Immediate and transparent investigation. The federal government must immediately investigate the serious allegation made by Timi Frank regarding a plot to poison Malam Nasir El-Rufai. This investigation must be independent, thorough, and its finding must be made public. The second demand is review of bail condition. The court should urgently review the current bail condition imposed on Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai and grant him reasonable bail in accordance with the law. Prolonged detention through unrealistic conditions is violation of his fundamental human rights as a Nigerian and as a human being. Our third demand, the federal government must guarantee Malam Nasir El-Rufai's safety. While our fourth demand is end to selective persecution. The federal government and relevant agencies must stop targeted harassment and prosecution of opposition figures, particularly those coming from Arewa region, who appear to be bearing the brunt of this crackdown. Our fifth demand, respect for court orders. All court orders granting access to medical care, family and legal counsel must be respected without further hindrance or excuse. Nigeria's democracy is still young. It survived military rule because many people refuse to give up on the idea of governed by law and not by whom of those in power. We call on the international community, diplomatic missions, human rights organizations, and well-meaning Nigerians to pay close attention to what is happening. The treatment of Malam Nasir El-Rufai is not just about one man. It is whether Nigeria will remain a country where the law protects everyone or becomes weapon used against some. We will not be silent, we will not be intimidated, and we will not stop demanding justice for Malam Nasir El-Rufai, whose rights are being violated. The movement is rising, but I want to assure every Nigerian that if we continue to allow these kind of things to happen in Nigeria, 2027 might be our last attempt to try having election. Because if we don't fight APC, if we don't fight the evil in it, both the ones in human being forms and in their action, we are going to be worse than the military rules that we are celebrating. We are having democracy now. So I would like to call our northern brothers, especially those from Kaduna. We must rise up, we must resist Obasani's attempt to make Kaduna a one-party system. And arresting of Malam Nasir El-Rufai will not stop us from our plans and our mission of sending this government back to where they belong. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Lagos, while Obasani might also follow him as well.
The only person that I know that can square up to Tinubu and defeat him is a northerner in this election, and that is Atiku Abubakar. I'm not campaigning for that. Is the truth. Forget it. No southerner can defeat Tinubu. No southerner. I've not seen it. I've not seen the
Southeast, Southwest,
no southerner can defeat Tinubu.
Good luck, Peter Obi.
Forget all of those things.
Shey Makinde.
Forget all of them. They cannot defeat him. None of them can defeat him. He's only a northerner, and that northerner, as we speak today, as it stands today, is Atiku Abubakar.
I mean, some would
you
say,
don't have to agree, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
But some would also say Atiku can't defeat him because he couldn't do it in 2023. So why are you so confident that 2027 is going to be any different?
Well, we knew we are alive. You are here. We knew what happened in the 2023 election. So we shouldn't even go there.
What happened?
No, we don't need to go there. Let's talk about.
Yeah, but
let's talk about now.
I just pointed out what actually happened, which is the loss.
What happened?
Atiku lost.
We knew the complicity of INEC. We knew the complicity of. So we knew. I mean, so I don't want.
So correct me wrong.
Let us discuss.
You in the Atiku camp or on the Atiku side claim you won in 2023. The Obedience claim they won in 2023. So who actually won?
What are we bringing out of this one now? The record speaks for itself. So what are we?
And the record shows that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu won.
Then that's so be it. So how he won is left for him. So we don't need to argue about this. Now he's the president, and we want to make sure that we don't have a repeat of 23. That was why that visionary man Atiku Abubakar called all opposition elements to come together so that we can defeat these people, and they have reason for doing it. Let me tell you something. The Obi, I know you are still going to go to Obi question, and if even if you are not going to go there, I'm going to talk about it. Obi knew why he left. All those who left, because Abdullahi, let us be honest with ourselves. Let's be objective. There was a reason for the convergence in the first instance, and what was this reason? What was this objective? Is to rescue Nigeria from the failed leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everybody agreed. They come together. So what has changed? What made them leave? So they should tell Nigeria what actually made them leave. So if you now left, you now went to a party that you are negotiating 4 years for a zone that has never produced precedent. Who does that? It means that it's not for that zone. This means it's for himself. This is where I look at it.
So, because the Southeast has never produced a president,
you must do.
It should never be considered.
Why consider in what sense? What I said is this: you went, to negotiate, because at least NDC, he must have agreed to what NDC said, that we are zoning to the south. And you went further to say you are going to do one term. He said it, just one term. Does that make any sense?
In the interest of fairness.
What fairness?
Because he factors in. He factors in that if he gets 4 years, it will make it 8 years between 2023 and 2021.
Do you think that will make the southeastern people happy? A zone that has never produced a president, you now have the chance to do it, or you have a pathway that can lead you to it. You ignore all of that, but because you just want to be president, that's exactly what Peter Obi has done. And I doubt if the Southeast will be happy with this.
Isn't that what most politicians do? Say whatever they can say.
I don't know, but I'm talking of the meaning I read to all of this. So it means Peter Obi is just for himself. It's not even for his region. That's what it means. I wouldn't do that. A zone that all of us are thinking ordinarily should. No, now, please, Abdullah. Let us just leave this.
Have you been listening to some of the criticisms from the other side, especially the obedience and the supporters of Konkoso, when they talk about Atiku Abubakar and they talk about voter fatigue and they talk about, how he's no longer the man that can inspire, especially young voters, to go to the polls? Do you understand where that argument is coming from, even if you don't agree with it? That Atiku is not the man that inspires young Nigerians anymore. He's
in their wildest dreams. Are we not going into the election? Whether he is or not, we'll see the result at the end of the day.
Nigerian security. Nigerian security, are you guys part of this world or you are from another planet? There is one I watched yesterday when Very Dark Man was showing the one that those two that was interviewing this papa up there, this ex-soldier man who's in Nigeria for 35 good years. Now look at this bunch of, what do you call it, with the beeliners on their head, coming to harass somebody in the courts that they're supposed to be an order, just to speak to him and say, come out, follow us, and handcuff him if you have to. What's all this kind of pushing around? It's not the same Sowore that fainted the other day. You guys don't know if he has underlying condition. Why all this kind of rascality, kind of ruffian lifestyle with our soldiers? The way you guys are like this, why can't you guys rush into the bush? So if you guys are truly like this, the Nigerian soldiers, security that I know, you guys are like as if you're rushing yourself like a hyena. Why don't you guys rush into the what's it called now? Into the bush to go and sort out those Boko Harams? Why don't you guys do all this? Go in mass like this with your beeliners on top of your head. Why don't you guys go like this? What is all this? By the way, you are pushing him. We for sure is one of the kind of person self on his own. You see, this is the reason why when you guys are divided, a country that is divided can never stand. This is the division we're talking about. This is the division. If everybody works together, speaking one language, all this nonsense will not happen. How many people are these people going to push? How many are they going to crack? In fact, it's to start cracking your gun and say, who do you want to shoot? It's just a shame. It's not saying today that a prime minister of United Kingdom resigning, even telling himself that now that he's resigning, he's going to go and look after his family, spend quality time with his lovely wife. Now he believes he's free. He wants to go and have a better life. But Nigerian government believe that they cannot have better life until they oppress people. I want to ask you, if Tinubu is not even ashamed right now, what you guys have done will make him more ashamed. Because there's more thing to do in the country. There is more insecurity in the country to deal with. There are children, babies in the bush, nowhere to be found. Just imagine how Major General was tied inside the bush, killed. Your stupid government came out to talk nonsense, to lie, and say he was having diabetes, he was having high blood pressure. The wife just told us now, snake bites him. and they shot his wife and took the body and came to give it to you guys, and you guys buried him with pride. Shame on you all that you are dragging us a presidential candidate. Anyway, sure. Now support yourself. Now support yourself. I hope those who are following you making red, like a hyena, and the one that was recording on the background. When I say, can't you comport yourself and act wisely? You just shut it. It's just a crack that one, and shoot your head. You go say, nah, public disorder. Because they will lie on top of your head. They don't do anything because you won't see the face of the people who did it. Because they cover their head with beeliners looking like chihuahuas. Shame on Nigeria government. Shame on you all. Your disappointments. A whole general snake bites him because no medical care. Now let's talk about those children. A snake who bites a whole general, a grown-up man. What about children? President Tinubu, Kaisama resigned because his own cabinet, everybody telling him what he promised is not fulfilling it. Just 2 years as the prime minister. You completely going to 4 years. You've given nothing but blood. You've given nothing but quarrel. You've given nothing but tears and pain. President Tinubu, leave Nigeria alone. This is barbaric. This is wicked, and this is evil. Are you Nigerians? So-called youth, some of you, most of you, it's time you stand together and forget your differences. Because you see these old folks, they've come to devour all of you if you are not careful. It's time you start speaking one voice. Look at the video I watched this morning from Very Dark Man. Happy for 15 miserable thousand naira. Happy that she received 15,000 naira. Is that not a shame? Is that not a shame? 15,000 naira that will not buy her toothpick for the rest of the year. When lunatics are not the ones speaking or coming out condemning the real people's words, this is what happened. Are you all following Sowore like a bunch of nuisance that cannot compose yourselves? You see now, this is the time. Everybody should have come together. This happened. No division. All of you that may carry native for therefore yes, I'm mad there today. Those van no come out. How many they want by? How many? Revolutionary. You did that. And they crack gun they talk about. You when they talk anyhow for background there. They talk carry camera. It's time you all stick together. See, you can hear. They protest with no NHS private healthcare. No. What was it called now? I want to mention subsidy. No. They say no. Cost of living is expensive. Council tax, everything, housing, everything is expensive. They protest every day. Every time. Their voice was heard. And guess what? It paid results. If you want to stand together and build the country and give the country what the country deserves, you are there fighting yourselves. President Tinubu's son, if they investigate that one, do you know how much? What is his job title? Tell us what is his job title. What has been his job title since he became a man? I know there's real questions. See abroad, they're pursuing everybody. Now that they are abroad, they talk anyhow. So for you all to stick together, to give a better Nigeria, put a petition, signing it, to go to everywhere in the world, you will see that results will come. No, and to come they tell lies, they constitute nuisance, useless bunch of idiots.
Honestly, Very Dark Man, you need to tread very carefully. I saw one of your very recent videos where you talked about a Major General Ibrahim Dana, who has been in custody since last year with some other people who were, accused of being involved in coup plotting, to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, this will be the second or third time I will be correcting you or not aligning with a particular topic or something you said or you are doing. The first one was when you launched your NGO and you talked about how you wanted to build public schools and all that, and you specifically said you wanted to embarrass other NGOs and the government, that you wanted to embarrass them. And I said, look, what you are trying to do in that video back then, I said what you are trying to do is noble, is good, but you can't come out and say you want to embarrass the government, because these schools are public schools. The schools you want to renovate and build and all that, they are public schools owned by the government. And if you want to use
government's property, to embarrass the government, then they will not give you permission, because you need their permission to work there, to do anything there. You can't just go to a public school and say you want to do something without the government's input. So that aside. And now I want to also say something. This interrogation you talked about in your video, this whole cool interrogation and stuff, is wrong. It's wrong because you said in your own video that it was a classified video. Classified meaning that it's not meant for the public. Now, let me be clear. I don't know where you got that video from, the interrogation video. I don't know where you got it from. I don't know if it is out there in the public, on social media or on the internet or whatever. I don't know where you got it from. But from what I sense, maybe somebody gave it to you, or maybe you got it from the internet or whatever. But you said it was a classified video, meaning it wasn't meant for the public, and meaning that the content of that video or any document that has been tagged classified means that the information in that document or video can cause public or national unrest, borders on national security, information about coup plots, information about troop locations, information about secret agents in other countries, so many things that if revealed to the public could cause serious problems or unrest or security threats for the country. That is what a classified information is, or classified document or video, whatever. So now, and there are different levels of classification: secret, top secret, medium, whatever. They have their terms. There are different levels. But as far as it's classified, then it means it's not meant for the general public. Now, this video you published, you called it a classified video, and I know it's classified because an interrogation of an alleged coup plot will be classified. It won't be meant for the public, for the general public to see. Then you said some things about how the interrogation went and how they didn't get their facts. There are different ways that security agents, they do interrogations. There's what's called going undercover, that even the security agents will pretend as if they are the bad, they are criminals. They'll go undercover to get information. There is what they do at the background. People don't even know. They'll do the investigations and they'll come out with the results and all that. There are investigations that need interrogation, that you call the people to your office, you interrogate them, you need to hear what they say, you need to enter their minds, their brains, and know their frame of mind. If they actually, there are ways people answer questions if they're saying the truth, and there are ways people answer if they are lying. Security agents and agencies, they know all this. So sometimes they want to look into your eyes and ask you. That aside, so this kind of video that you published is a security breach. I would advise that you take it down. Maybe you didn't know, or I don't know, or you were ill-advised. I'll advise that you take it down immediately. Nobody's above mistakes, But it's a security breach because you are putting out information that is meant for the security agencies or the agents to work with. Other people that might have not been arrested or that might have not been fingered might get an idea of what's going on, and this could even jeopardize the investigation, the case, and all that. There are lots of ways that this information that you put out could backfire on the case, on you, on a lot of people. Now, the agents that were interrogating him, their identities have been revealed. I don't know if you thought of all that. Those two agents, the lieutenant colonel and the captain or major, I don't know the other guys, that were interrogating Major General Ghana, their identities and their names have been put out there. So there are a whole lot of things that are wrong with this very dark man. It could lead to serious problems because, number one, they would ask, like I said, I don't know how you got the video, but if the video is not out there publicly, they would ask how you got the video. So this is my final word to you. Please, there are issues, there are some situations that, should not be taken for face value just like that because you want to talk about it or because you feel it's wrong. Sometimes you need to look at the laws behind talking about some things. You need to look at, where it puts you, the kind of issues it might bring to you, people it might implicate, the laws behind them, and a whole lot of things. I know you want to do good, you don't want the man to be manhandled, to be mistreated and all that, but these other agencies, these detectives, they're also doing their jobs. So you need to be very careful with what you do and how you do them and what you put out. So to you who have just watched this video, do you think it's right for sensitive information like this that could cause security breaches to be out in the public while investigation is still going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
I want you to go put me for trouble. I want you to for
You see inside the courtroom. Look at what they are doing to Sowore inside courtroom. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. DSS. DSS, look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing in the courtroom. Look at what they are doing in the courtroom. Look at what they are doing in the courtroom. Look at what they are doing in the courtroom. Do you want to shoot us? 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 DSS, do you want to kill us? Do you want to kill us? Shameless people! Shameless people! Shameless Indians! Oh, go down! Shameless people! Shameless Indians! Shameless people! Shameless people! Stupid people! I'm about to go down! Stupid people! Stupid people! Animals! People dead! Revolution! No! Revolution! Revolution!
Calm down. Okay? I hope all my left hand. The things that they stole from me, your people, I hope you are understanding.
Glass is number one. I saw when they picked it up. Over there. Hey, come on. Okay, calm down and go. Wait, relax. Press. Let's go. Let's go. Allow the leader. That's what we wanted to hear. That's what we wanted to hear. Let's go. Yes, exactly. Stay away. They called order that it should be remanded in Kuje Correctional Center. And it's not your duty to escort him. Thank you. Hey, President, we are coming to see you. President, march with order later. Revolution! Now! Revolution! Now! Revolution! Now! Revolution! Now! Yes. No. Don't push it. Take your time and speak.
When you people keep billions to prison, you put them in a van. Why do you want to put me in
Black Maria?
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
Is there another vehicle to escort you? So,
we look for Uber, we follow you.
Yes,
I don't have to start this thing because of my back. And you cannot put me in that.
Or you sit, you put him in a proper place. Yes.
Even if you want the DSS to follow us, let them give us one car. I will follow them. But don't put me in the Black Maria.
No.
Okay. Can you follow me? Yes. No. Don't worry. No. It's back. Listen. I will go with that. Please don't make it guys so we don't make it. Don't worry. Don't worry. No. Let's go.
He's back.
Let's back. Follow me. All right, we are going to present. Give me the chance. Nigerian youths are cowards. Una no get level. Una too they fear God. Nigerian youths. Una dey there. DSS carry Sowore. Freedom fighter. The only thing una sabi na to do cho on social media. Cho. The minute una see gun, una go peace for Naneka. No level, only cho. Anybody fighting for Nigerians, you are fighting for Nigerians at your own risk. If he said, everybody go back off. Now you go face the music. Nigerian youth, una dey there, DSS, carry Sowore, una no fit do anything, no level. No only revolution, una dey shout, they carry am there. Una too dey fear God. That was why I said that if DSS be one carry very dark man, they go carry am clean, una no go do anything. The minute una see God, una go run. Now just say DSS no get am for mind to carry VDM. Forget all those things una do that night. Una be coward, no level. If DSS wanted to arrest very dark man, they will carry him. But they had no reason to carry very dark man. Not in front of Nigerian youths, DSS carry Sowore today. What to do? No level, only cho. You guys are not ready. You're not ready. And now why these governments go they torment us, they go. Now why they go to oppress us? Because they know that you guys are cowards. I'm an OG. That's what I'm saying this to you.
Oh, I love you, Radio God.
On a conky. Repeating myself. Now, for the record, there's a particular guy on Instagram. I don't see who reach that guy. I know you are a very, 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 very big fool. A very big one. A constructive one at that matter. A mumu with a grade 1 mumu, Oswald, better Oswald. This idiot came out on thousands of followers and said, if very that man can organize a protest that is going to come outside, he will even forget, say, he even like very dark man, because very dark man can never do anything good in his life, because he know that very dark man will not be able to do that, because very dark man is working with APC. But this idiot will protest, go Navy, Air Force, will not see you. The next day, they fix location. Let me say they don't fix location. To Ministry of Defense, will not see you. On that same protest, they cannot go different places for Abuja, cannot go assemblies, house of assemblies, will not see you. They cannot come out down to Oyo, will not see you. Now you don't have anything to talk about again on your page. To even get 3,000 likes on your post, now 2,000 likes with all the thousands of followers you get is a problem. You see your life, you see how useless you are now. Even you yourself, you know see you're useless now. It is so bad that you people will just wake up in the morning, you'll be looking for a way to talk down on very dark man. You'll be looking for a way to put him under the box. Maybe just be your place. Maybe say maybe when I don't know say what thing they do they're good. You know that you just want to be a madman. You just want to be somebody that has no sense. You deliberately know what you are doing. How do you feel now? We will go to Oyo. We will meet governor. Governor will address us. See, you go feel little protest when governor address you. How do you feel now? They won't give us time. Told us that your state is not Chibok. How do you feel now? Abi, how do you feel now? They're not looking, you can't look like Oswald. You can't look like better Oswald.
Shame on you. A very big shame. I don't see. I dey shame for you. Experience is the best teacher. Continue eating on very dark man. Oh. That thing what you define, don't worry, one day you go sell. You don't understand? That thing what you define, don't worry, you go here one day. And even print t-shirts. Print t-shirts. Saying they money with the children, they use that they do content. But yet, come outside, you can't come outside. Everybody go collect straight bullet today. Don't worry, they come. And you be number one, they come for the rest people. Because you people will be doing as if say, that very dark man, I be the one of the most evil person for this earth. Everywhere good. Experience is the best teacher. You will experience it and you will feel it.
I was hoping that by now Billion should be preparing to be in Abuja tomorrow. Since they say so already come back court tomorrow. You're supposed to be there to support him. He did for your heart, he did tweets. You're happy with his last statement. Saying no go enter Black Maria. See me they carry him for van. The same way they carry politicians with thief money. Saying no go enter Black Maria. That you're happy for that statement. He's a man that does not like oppression. Blah 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 blah. Yes, all of us don't say no like oppression. But we will not say him they get this particular set of people when they fight for. If you don't get money, no go fight for you. Let the dragging begin. Because if na BDM they are these Sowore boys, they could do the same. They could give them aura for aura, energy for energy. When you wear that cap, you say you don't join, you don't join. I know they see you for their protest. I know they see you for their meeting. I don't understand where you join. I don't know where you join. They're saying they go on court tomorrow. They are bringing him to court tomorrow. You're supposed to be present. Now you be the billionaire of that revolutionary movement. You're the billionaire of that movement. So you're supposed to be there present. You're supposed to be there present. The day you ask in the tweet that he's a man of his words. He no really enter Black Maria. Whether enter Black Maria, whether enter Uber, whether enter van. We are behind go. Shina could you where they go put on. It's time to discontinue this case. Make all of them stand up, go help Sowore. The way you take stand up, help on her. Make all stand up, go help her. Youths of particular concern. Make all stand up, go help her. It's time. It's time. We need to discontinue this case. Free Sowore now. But it's not funny. But the revolutionary members are making.
Hi guys, share this video. I dey see some of our Asian brothers dey say, as Sare Tokubo not talk to Edo, the full Edo state, say na the Benin's now Sare Tokubo dey talk to. Say so, may the Benin's face Sare Tokubo, may they not say Sare Tokubo talk to the full Edo state. And you see this our Asian brothers when they say, why all those our brothers, all those people who they get their day, where they say they don't fit come out now, challenge Sare Tokubo, they fear. Where we say they not fit come and challenge Asari Tokubo, they fear. Say, who know they say Asari Tokubo talk to Edo State, say that the Benin's he talk to, so the Benin's need to match the West back to Asari Tokubo. You see, some of these are our Islam brothers, I don't complain for them. When I see that on a TikTok, if one another get, not you another talk, Nigerian for the share country, Nigerian for the get on our president, Nigerian for the get on our state, Nigerian for the get everything. You see 30 years old boy, you see the tell history of 800 years ago. 25 years old boy, you see the tell history of 900 years ago. So, I cannot take that on a place serious because that on a TikTok serious because not all are not the talk there. But first, which I want to tell you, if you get that mindset for we the Benin's, I want to tell you, you see those our brother when you talk about, say why they not fit come out, they fear, why they not fit come out now to video, say give Asari Tokubo back to back like massive words for West. Based on now those one need the now those one. This thing, if we use all those one use and say tell us say now those people we depend on. I'll tell you my brother, you fear. I want to tell you some things where you don't know. There is difference between you having a name
is difference between you having voice and there is difference between you having the manpower. I just break that down. For those of our brothers who in the say that this, if you say a lot of people believe they feel for their message that these people want to mention their name because they hear their name, they get what if anything software goes out, the means that these people will come out or that these people will be defended. I will tell you, due to me that and those me no street will tell you say these people wanna be use that thing in sort of say they don't feel match aside of football west to west from to see come and talk. If not the people like me and many people when see no say they don't have the capacity. They may have the name, they may have the voice, but did they have the manpower? There is different. My name is Dadamassis, right? I may have that name. I may have that. You may know me as Dadamassis, but I get the manpower. You may hear my name, but I get the capacity to take match to some kind of things. So there's difference between someone having the difference between someone having voice and or voice a follower, and there's difference between someone having capacity. So I want to tell you, due to me, and those of you now when see maybe from the go, you still get the place say if you bang now, saying that these people want to hear their name, need the back west worker, now they go feel defend the Edo South. I want to if you did that category, just the way some of these advice brother get that category, remove that mindset. People that can defend the Edo South, when you get the power, when you get the capacity, believe me, their name you know who one. I swear before you, go and do your findings. If you know street, where for Benin, you will know what they try to talk about. They're not their name. You know who know their name. Their name not like they don't get that loud name. You know they see their voice with voice, but I will tell you, if they cough, their manpower, their capacity, no be beans. Oh no. So that's why a person like me, I don't see these people one and they call and they say, hey, you have to say no, another company. If you talk to that, they'll say if you come in, they go buy you, if you come this, they'll do this. So if now those people are like me, there was never a time because I know what I know. I grew up in those things, and by the grace of God, bro, we play well for Benin. We play well outside our local government, outside our jurisdiction, outside our domain. We play well for this. So there was never a time person like me and those who know, we watch that aside of group of video, and may watch this some of our Islam brothers analysis. They say, why this person come out? Why fear another than in the fear? Those are what you say, what is why not to say that this person when they call their name, this person get the capacity, you get the manpower to do. There's a difference between having the capacity and having the manpower to cough out. You understand? So, like person like me, there was never a time I wouldn't be pain. I wouldn't believe say this set of people want to call their name now they go fit defend it though when you bang now. Because I know say most of them know. So that make me want to tell you now, my brother, some of these are my some brothers. In Edo South, the Benin is what they talk about. It may look funny because you know what? We know they do start we just go get the parade like you know this Niger Delta brothers where they parade themselves online, where they show off and stuff like that. So it may look funny, but I'll tell you for free. You see that Edo South? There's a place in Edo South. You see that Edo South there? Anything, like any mosquito will fly for up. Any bird will fly for up. Any fly will fly for up. Like they get the capacity to bring them down. They get the manpower to bring them down. For Edo South. Because you don't know these things. That's why you believe that now these individuals want to call their name, call this one, they don't hide. Because you believe these are the faces of Edo, no, don't think like that. I'm telling you this. I say it may look funny, but I will tell you this. If you take that mindset, that your mindset wrong, go and do
Comfort, my power, we get the capacity for a do south. You know the hear their name from spirit. They don't pack, they know they work out with crowd, they know they work out with boys. Who know where they talk so if we make sure like 10 names, 10 people, more than they all done. They all do only mass. Their skin full. Their skin full. You know this time, just that Edo people we love peace. If Edo South caller, federal government we declare Edo State, the state of emergency, they will declare Edo State of emergency. If Edo South caller, so there are some things some of you don't know. So if on one day talk this thing, say, no, bro, calm down. Calm down. You don't know, not me say, you don't justify, say, Edo South, we are weak, we know they talk, no, not do like that. You want to insult all those brother, insult all these people, you are free, but not you don't want to classify or take talk and say Edo South as we bro. If you know Edo South, if you know Edo South, if you know what it is Edo South, if you know Edo South, the beneath, bro, your man will touch ground. Not be being so. Let me say, ask questions. People that will defend the beneath, you don't even know them. You don't even hear their name. But bro, skin full. If they open door for you, if they open door for you, may you see your mind will touch ground. They will know say not be door with the back, not the night. Aside to who is a noise speaker, and it will continue to be a noise speaker. You understand? Me hit. You understand? I said Edo South have the capacity. They get the capacity to the extent most people. Due to and they tell you due to like not be Edo South. Maybe things don't change. You see, they get the capacity to even most people, but fly when they fly for hope, they get the capacity and the power to bring them down. You may not know. You may not know, Michael, where your mind will understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And then see some people, they say, why the governor not talk? No, you know, expect what the governor want to talk. I started to cook for matter. The governor want to talk. I started to cook for maybe no expecter. I started to cook for maybe round. You know what I'm saying? I saw some people, I saw this thing happen between the judges and the security. They undermine the security that because it's a very small place. But bro, when the matter starts, I call B. So that's why you must not take some people like they are gentle, they are peaceful, you want to override their personality. Bro, the teeth when they bite meat or make it bite, it not the different, the inside the day. Teeth when they chew meat, it not different, the inside the day. Now what happen between the judge and the security? But today, if nothing of the history will be saying, you just say if you all enter there, other 24 hours, other 48 hours, you don't run the full community. But when Uganda happen, they say different things will come out from different places. Waiting they never expect. Until now, you don't see security people flashing, doing escort. We know the day. Bring it on, and then we accept your charge. So that is who Edo South also be, the Benin be. Bring it on, then you will understand. You will understand. Then you will know some people then when they control Edo South. We not be politicians. We not the hear their name. We not get boys doing the fast follow them. We not get noise makers. People they when they control Edo South. Power, capacity. People they go and do your findings, then you will understand. Now, those of you are not really know. So that's why I'm feel come and talk nonsense. They say, bro, now the people say, if so, my name is Adamas, my God, my name. After all, what do I really know? For those of our Islam brothers, try to do your research before castigating the beginnings. The Edo South. Do research, say, is it true? Which is that I'm also say, the Edo South get the capacity to stand anything, any invader, any intruder
when you want to invade Edo South, go do your findings if you really get if Edo South get capacity. Say any fly, any bird, any mosquito when they fly for up, they get the capacity to bring them down. Go and do your findings. Edo South community call out. Federal government will declare this state of emergency. Let me tell you, go and do your findings. Believe.
I want to hear you say, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We see the good thing you're doing.
We see the good thing you are doing.
And we are just pleading to fast track it.
And we're just pleading to fast track it.
Now that is a valid message.
I tell Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you, President.
Thank you for what?
Thank you for what?
Malawi's government are steadily taking their people home. Zimbabweans are steadily taking their people home. Mozambicans are steadily taking their people home. Our people are asked to leave their homes and come here to be lifted. They showed the little things they have. Their house rent here is monthly. It's not like Nigeria where you pay yearly. They pay house rent here monthly. And so people have told their landlord, bye-bye, I'm not renewing my rent. And they have moved, only to be stranded here. And then you're telling us to thank the government of Nigeria. Why would we thank Mr. Tinubu? For what? They ask people to come out. Even if you have not asked Nigerians to come out, we will find our way. But you ask us to come out on winter, women and children on winter, and they are here stranded. And the politicians are there in Nigeria, arguing and satisfying themselves.
Okay, before this matter go down to okay is alright, make me self chook mouth put. You see, this is why I'm of opinion that this country has gone beyond repair. Just look at what is happening to our people in South Africa, and our government is keeping adamant ear on that. The whole giant of Africa is now being ridiculed by South Africa, common South Africa, just because we have a failed government. Just because we have a failed government. Government that cannot take care of their people at home and even care about their people abroad. Other countries, even African countries, are doing something about their citizens in South Africa. But our own government is here sharing national cake, forgetting that there is our people suffering and under attack in South Africa. The other day, somebody came to me that he came back from South Africa. Unfortunately, they came here in Nigeria. What Nigeria government was able to give to that guy is just to transfer a charge card to his MTN line. That is the only thing they gave to the guy, like to them, according to the guy. Which the guy is looking for a way to turn the recharge card to cash so that he can be able to see money and transport himself to his father's place. That will tell you how unrepairable this country is. And it's very, very sad. Nigerian government should do something about this case and help these people. At least help them to come back home and give them something to hope with and start with. Imagine this woman now coming up here, ask people to thank Mr. President. That what is he doing at Africa while other countries are taking their people home? This country have gone beyond repair. We are not talking because we took their sense, but we're just using our common sense.
So the topic of this video is, did very dark man just made a very terrible or big mistake? Now, I listened to this elder Ratel. This man is an elder Ratel. That's how I called him, because he's a Ratel member and he's an elder statesman. So he made analysis regarding the video VDM made regarding the coup plotting and the interrogation of recent. That particular video, when I watched it, I was actually disturbed. Yes, I was. But one of the reasons why I said, okay, let me be quiet is because I feel, well, maybe VDM already have his reason that I might not know behind who made that video. Why I was disturbed is because I feel it's a classified video, which it was said in that video, and any classified video is not meant for the public. But if, on the other hand, if the video is not meant for public, I was now wondering, how did VDM find the video? So I felt, if they say the video is classified, that is not meant for the public consumption, how come VDM find the video? I believe that VDM find this video in the public. Maybe he find this video in the public domain, in this same internet space, right? And if he finds the video in the internet space, it means that the video was already out to the public before he made video about it. But for me, I know that any classified video is not supposed to be meant for public, because it could be breach of peace, it could be 10 different reasons regarding security issues. The gay reasons why they could say the video is classified. But nevertheless, when I listen to this one analysis, I now feel VDM should do something about it, and VDM needs to be very much careful this period. In as much as we are all crying and saying nothing must happen to VDM, VDM himself too will need to be very, very careful, because this government are looking for loopholes. Loopholes. I will advise that VDM should cease talking about some certain topics till after this election, because we will not sit back and say, oh, nothing must happen to VDM, nothing must happen to VDM. But we will as well advise that VDM should stay away from some topic, because it should not give these people reason to lay hold of him. Because if they do, these people have stony hearts, they don't care. I don't want VDM to enter problem before we go start to dey agitate, come they cry, they shout, say nothing must happen, it must be. I don't even want him to get into trouble at first. Like they say, prevention is better than cure. Let's take a listen to this one.
Honestly, very dark man. You need to tread very carefully. I saw one of your very recent videos where you talked about a Major General, General Ibrahim Ghana, who has been in custody since last year with some other people who were, accused of being involved in coup plotting, to remove President Bola Tinubu. Now, this will be the second or third time I will be correcting you or not aligning with a particular topic or something you said or you are doing. The first one was when you launched your NGO, and you talked about how you wanted to build public schools and all that, and you specifically said you wanted to embarrass other NGOs and the government, that you wanted to embarrass them. And I said, look, what you are trying to do in that video back then, I said what you are trying to do is noble, is good, but you can't come out and say you want to embarrass the government, because these schools are public schools. The schools you want to renovate and build and all that, they are public schools owned by the government, and if you want to use government's property to embarrass the government, then they will not give you permission, because you need their permission to work there, to do anything there. You can't just go to a public school and say you want to do something without the government's input. So that aside, and now I want to also say something. This interrogation you talked about in your video, this whole coup interrogation and stuff, is wrong. It's wrong because you said in your own video that it was a classified video. Classified meaning that it's not meant for the public. Now, let me be clear. I don't know where you got that video from. The interrogation video, I don't know where you got it from. I don't know if it is out there in public, on social media or on the internet or whatever. I don't know where you got it from. But from what I sense, maybe somebody gave it to you, or maybe you got it from the internet or whatever. But you said it was a classified video, meaning it wasn't meant for the public, and meaning that the content of that video or any document that has been tagged classified means that the information in that document or video can cause public or national unrest, borders on national security, information about coup plots, information about troop locations, information about secret agents in other countries, so many things that if revealed to the public could cause serious problems or unrest or security threats for the country. That is what a classified information is, or classified document or video, whatever. So now, and there are different levels of classification: secret, top secret, medium, whatever. They have their terms. There are different levels. But as far as it's classified, then it means it's not meant for the general public. Now, this video you published, you called it a classified video, and I know it's classified because an interrogation of an alleged coup plot would be classified. It wouldn't be meant for the public, for the general public to see. Then you said some things about how the interrogation went and how they didn't get their facts. There are different ways that security agents, they do interrogations. There's what's called going undercover, that even the security agents will pretend as if they are the bad, they are criminals, they'll go undercover to get information. There is what they do at the background. People don't even know. They'll do the investigations and they'll come out with the results and all that. There are investigations that need interrogation, that you call the people to your office, you interrogate them, you need to hear what they say, you need to enter their minds, their brains, and know their frame of mind. If they actually, there are ways people answer questions if they're saying the truth, and there are ways people answer if they're lying. Security agents and agencies, they know all this, so sometimes they want to look into your eyes and ask you. That aside, so this kind of video that you published is a security breach. I would advise that you take it down. Maybe you didn't know, or I don't know, or you were ill-advised. I would advise that you take it down immediately. Nobody's above mistakes, But it's a security breach because you are putting out information that is meant for the security agencies or the agents to work with. Other people that might have not been arrested or that might have not been fingered might get an idea of what's going on, and this could even jeopardize the investigation, the case, and all that. There are lots of ways that this information that you put out could backfire on the case, on you, on a lot of people. Now, the agents that were interrogating him, their identities have been revealed. I don't know if you thought of all that. Those two agents, the lieutenant colonel and the captain or major, I don't know the other guys, that were interrogating Major General Ghana, their identities and their names have been put out there. So there are a whole lot of things that are wrong with this very dark man. It could lead to serious problems because, number one, they would ask, like I said, I don't know how you got the video, but if the video is not out there publicly, they would ask how you got the video. So this is my final word to you. Please, there are issues, there are some situations that should not be taken for face value just like that because you want to talk about it or because you feel it's wrong. Sometimes you need to look at the laws behind talking about some things. You need to look at, where it puts you, the kind of issues it might bring to you, people it might implicate, the laws behind them, and a whole lot of things. I know you want to do good, you don't want the man to be manhandled, to be mistreated and all that, but these other agencies, these detectives, they're also doing their jobs. So you need to be very careful with what you do and how you do them and what you put out. So to you who have just watched this video, do you think it's right for sensitive information like this that could cause security breaches to be out in the public while investigation is still going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
This is what happened to the general. The general was abducted. He was in there, and you have to understand. And I'm saying this because I was involved in some of this. The military will not just go and do gun ho and kill everybody in the process, a collateral damage, and kill the general and his wife. And it was really them. We saw pictures. There were other captives too. And when they abduct these people, more often than not, a lot of the time they don't know who they are. It is the media profile their captives for them. That is why, if you notice, throughout the time of his captivity, I never appeared in the media, especially House media, because they are waiting to hear, who is this, who is this? And then the more they hear our voices, the more they hear the voices of people, the more they elevate anyway. But the big picture is General Rabi is gone. And may God Almighty reward him with Jannatul Firdaus. and forgive him all his sins. And his wife, I understand, I may be wrong, this was what was, the social media, that this bandit offered to release the wife, but she refused to go. She wanted to remain with her husband. Because she said if she left, they would kill him. That was what was going on. She refused. She had the choice of leaving her husband. And can you imagine, God forbid, you abduct her with your wife, you would want her to go. He's a soldier, he's stoic, he's been through that. She refused to go. Her husband died in her arms. They refused to allow his medications. His family said he doesn't have diabetes, he doesn't have hypertension, that's in a government statement. But at our age, we're all taking 1 or 2 medications, but they refuse medications. We've worked with this, that we sent Ghana must go medications to the forest because we know there are some hostages they shot and all that. All this stuff, they refused. The wife had the choice of leaving her husband with the permission of the husband, go take care of our children. Leave me here. She refused. Stay with her husband until his last day. And when they handed over his corpse, they refused to let her go. And I'll tell you, everybody, now as I get older in all of this, previously I used to get a lot angry, I go to the media and realize that a lot of people that do things in the quiet. Because sometimes talking makes them do things that are worse. I know there are lots of people that we did our part, reaching out to elders. We have cousin elders, generals, people that are big government. What can we do? How can we escalate things? Everybody is doing those clerics, traditional rulers. Everybody was doing his part to see how. Many will never know. Nobody will know. But God Almighty knows people have done their part. And the military, we did not expect them to go gun blazing and kill everybody. But the wife was kept when they gave the corpse. And everybody knew the wife was a trophy for them. They were not going to allow her. He was our son, a major general, a 2-star general, dehumanized. The military, the government could not save one of their own. How do you expect them to save us? And Mr. President, you're coming to us in 2027 to vote you in when you left our son in the forest to die. What are you going to tell us? What are you going to tell us, Mr. President? The Nigerian Armed Forces and the government have never seen the military more angry than that. From the recruit in the war front, in the barracks, to the generals, retired and serving, very angry to see one of their own dehumanized, a 2-star general. What are we going to do as a general, walking around with the stars shining and the fatigue, when one of us is there and we cannot save him? Well, they have acquitted themselves, the Nigerian Armed Forces. This is the Nigerian Armed Forces we know, we trust, we have seen, that has acquitted itself in the Nigerian Civil War, in all the operations it's conducted all over the world and this country. They're taking hits. From January to now, 5, 6, 7 serving senior officers, a major, 3 lieutenant colonels, a colonel, 2 brigadier generals lost their lives in service. And now a retired major general. You think the military is happy with all of this? And soldiers are being killed all across the land. So we salute our military, and the leadership of the military and the political leadership need to do better to let them do that which they do best, to bring peace to this country. No one is safe. And this is the honest truth.
Well, that's not the feedback we get from the Minister for Defense, the National Security Advisor.
This is the propaganda machine. You remember Hitler? He has gurgled
spewing the propaganda.
The Senate President, sorry, Prof, says it's politicians that are doing this.
Now, what does he know? He doesn't know anything. That just tells you they're clueless. Annoyingly so.
The Edo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to eradicating drug abuse and trafficking of illicit substances through continuous awareness campaigns, sensitization programs, and community initiatives aimed at combating drug abuse in the state. Speaking during the 2026 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, the Coordinator, Office of the First Lady, and Chairperson of the Edo State Drug Control Committee, Mrs. Edesili Opaolo Anani, noted that the theme of the event underscores the need for government and institutions to collaborate in addressing the evolving challenge of substance abuse and drug-related crimes. The First Lady expressed concern over the emergence of new psychoactive substances, citing the need for awareness campaigns as she urged members of the public to join hands in promoting healthy living.
This is not just timely, but crucial. It calls on us to reflect on the realities of a world that is continually gripping with the complexity of drug abuse and illicit trafficking. These challenges do not just affect individuals, but our families, communities, and the very fabric of our society. Every day, we see the devastating impact of drug abuse manifesting in rising crime rates, deteriorating health, and the overwhelming burden it places on our social service system. It's important to note that while we make progress, there's still so much work to be done to protect the most vulnerable among us, especially our youth and women, who are often the primary target of illicit drug trade. I call upon parents, teachers, non-governmental organizations, community leaders, health professionals, and members of the public to unite in our efforts. Together, we can build a comprehensive approach that eradicates drug trafficking and promotes health and wellness.
Commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Edo State Command, Michel Ofoyeju, condemned substance abuse, describing it as a major challenge, and reiterated the need for sustained awareness campaigns and behavioral change initiatives to combat such vices.
The war against drugs has been on for centuries. Notwithstanding the huge quantity of drugs that are present on a daily basis, a large number of people were arrested and prosecuted, and the quantity of drugs were destroyed just as we did last week. The problem still persists, and this is because the demand side of the equation has stubbornly remained. So until people ask for drugs, they stop asking for drugs, the trade will continue. If you are selling any product and you bring out your product morning, afternoon, evening, night, and nobody buys, you try that for 1 week, you'll be out of business. We need intelligence-led operations to smoke out those that are dealing in these dangerous substances. We cannot fight the 21st century battle with the 20th century weapons. We will practically fail. The NDLEA Edo State Command is committed to a paradigm shift. Our innovative response are three-pronged. Number one, prevention. We need preventive education in schools, in markets, and other places. We are actively working on a pilot scheme for alternative livelihood for repentant cannabis cultivators. In conclusion, the call to action is that the persistence of this problem is a call to our resilience. The new challenges are a call to our vigilance, while the innovative responses require our collaboration.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Cyril Oshomole, reaffirmed the state government's commitment to strengthening mental health services and offering rehabilitative agencies to reduce substance abuse and promote healthy living in Edo State.
Drug abuse is not merely a law enforcement issue, it is a major public health concern. It contributes to mental health disorders, violence, accidents, poor educational outcome, family breakdown, and loss of productivity. Our young people are particularly vulnerable, and their protection must remain a top priority. Under the leadership of Excellency the Edo State government remains committed to a comprehensive approach that combines prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, public education, and enforcement. We recognize that punishment alone or sending people to prison or local prison cannot solve the problem. We must also provide support, counseling, treatment, and opportunities for recovery and integration. As Commissioner for Health, I wish to reaffirm our commitment to strengthen mental health and substance abuse services across the state. We will continue to collaborate with FDA, healthcare institutions, community leaders, faith-based organizations, schools, and civil society groups to ensure that those affected receive the help they need. I commend Lieutenant General Amara and NDLA for their tireless efforts in combating drug trafficking and protecting our communities.
The campaign aims at raising awareness concerning the risks of the use of illicit substances, as well as its harmful effects, while also mobilizing collective action towards building a healthier, drug-free Edo State. Olumide Abiodun-Mudashiru, reporting for PFM Global News.
When Jonathan was a president, he did not break Yoruba land. When Buhari was a president, he did not break Yoruba land. Now, when we have Yoruba as our president, when we should have, enjoy at least a pleasure from our man, we are now in shouts, crying every day.
We're live at the Lagos State Government House in Marina, where a troop of protesters have gathered to air their grievances over the demolition of their waterside residence in areas like Makoko, Yanoworo, and others. They've come together to speak and ask the federal government. They're calling on the government to listen to them, listen to their pleas, listen to the court's judgment. We had the opportunity to speak to a few of them, and they urged their thoughts.
This is what the judgment says, that first and foremost, you can't display these people until you have provided an alternative. You cannot display these people until you have negotiated, you have discussed with them how best to relocate them. But none of these were done. It's very unfortunate that we are practicing what we condemned under military government, in a democratic system. It's very, very unfortunate. If we say the military government do things without consulting people, then what are we going to call this? I'm very surprised to be hearing from the legal representatives of the government saying that he was aware that, yes, this matter was on, but he was not aware that these communities have been demolished. I'm surprised that somebody who lives in Lagos State, somebody who is in Nigeria, will say he's not aware that they demolished Lajo Otumara. He's not aware that they demolished Makoko. He's not aware that they demolished Precious Seed and Oworoshoki, and you live in Lagos State. But you know, when people want to hide, it is very necessary that we tell them not to hide behind one finger. Because my mother used to tell me, if you hide behind one finger, it will not cover you. You need something bold to cover yourself. So I believe government is hiding behind one finger. Thank God that everybody here are affected. I am affected. We are not acting in proxy for anybody. We are not here in proxy. Families are no longer together. Father will say one side.
I was with CDHRDA, Center for Defense of Human Rights and Democracy in Africa. The case also went to ECOWAS. I received justice, that they should be compensated. Sir, since then to today, a year plus now, we have received a judgment from court. Government failed to pay us anything. Now, during the demolition exercise, my wife, my children, I'm a father of 12. All of them scattered. As I'm talking to you now, by the grace of God, I'm with only my wife, my children, they are not with me. because of this situation. This act, it is barbaric, it is uncalled for. It is uncalled for, it is unfair. We are not criminal, we are not accused. Even in Boko Haram, they have freedom. Why are we sleeping outside without house? What does government fail to take to the instruction of the court, the verdict of the court, to compensate the affected people, including myself? These are the reasons why I will say there will be adjourning case, up to today. Today, we want to appeal court. The same thing happening.
I'm an evictee. My file is at Land Grab Office at Alausa, sleeping outside under makeshift. Almost 10 years back, more than that. And one thing that I'm disappointed in is that when Jonathan was a president, he did not break Yoruba land. When Buhari was a president, he did not break Yoruba land. Now, when we have Yoruba as our president, when we should have, enjoy at least a pleasure from our man, we are now in shouts, crying every day. I don't even know where my children are now, because everything is going worse every day. I don't know what we can do to solve. So we are begging him to please sleep and think twice about Yoruba kingdom. He's a Yoruba man now.
You've heard it from the protesters. Many of them have one request. They're calling on the federal government to listen to the court judgments and also offer compensation for the demolition of their properties. And also several of them have lost family members due to this. For Souk Digital, I am Sarah Owuswanta.
The state governor, Mr. Peter Obi, in the company of numerous heavily armed security agents, stormed the compound of a notorious criminal suspect, Olisa Ifejika, said to have specialized in armed robbery and kidnapping, to carry out an action that will linger in the memory of the people.
This state made a law that if your property is used for this criminal activity, the state will confiscate the property, will demolish the property, and this particular property represents the worst of it.
The demolition followed the arrest of the suspect and the recovery of assaulted arms and ammunition hidden in plastic containers concealed behind the bungalow. The Anambra State Commissioner of Police said Mr. Ifejika had been on the list of most wanted criminal suspects in 2001 and linked to a series of high-profile crimes including armed robbery and kidnapping.
The following arms and ammunition were recovered from an underground armory in his house. Number 1, 27 AK-47 rifles, 1 K2 rifle, 2 Type 06 rifles, 1 general purpose machine gun, 1 rocket launcher, 17 rockets, 6 pump actions gun, 3 din guns, 1 Beretta pistol, 13 rocket grenades.
The governor appears set to see the suspect's business empire crumble completely.
We will go after his businesses. We will go after the business of all that is involved in this criminality. I heard the operation hotel in Omaya. When I get back to the office now, I'm going to contact my senior brother in Omaya and request that that hotel be sealed.
The demolished structures comprise a bungalow, a 2-story building, and an extended building behind the bungalow, suspected to be a cell where kidnapped victims were kept in custody. The building had initially been partly razed by the police during the operation that led to the arrest of the suspect. The police confirmed he was in his residence drinking at the time of arrest at about 8 a.m. on Monday, September 3rd. The suspect's father is a native doctor, while his mother is a petty trader dealing in women's underwear. Both are currently in police custody. Some of the villagers said the suspects started with petty pilfering, then to community theft, before going full blast on sophisticated banditry. They commended the government for the bold step taken to rid the state of crime.
We're indigenous of this very town, but we don't even know that this kind of thing is happening here. But since we have noticed, we are very happy to see the policemen, even the governor himself is here present, and the commissioner of police to witness what is happening here. So we are very happy.
Still, where government did package very well.
2 earth-moving machines were not enough to pull down the buildings, and then the excavator descended on the story building like the owner would on his victims, tearing apart the roof, pulling down the walls, and knocking down the stubborn beams. The governor had these words for the youth.
We have money given to people to go into agriculture, microcredit. We have various forms of microcredit. SMEs are being given loans to Bank of Industry. We're doing everything possible to ensure, and there's so many people can do. This state is lack of tailors, bricklayers, everything. And we're asking people to get into purposeful life. We can no longer continue this old life.
Advice also came from the State Commissioner for Youth and Sports while using the avenue to highlight government's efforts in championing youth affairs.
Youth have to come out of their shells. They should stop going to look at people who have made it. They should look at what reasonable things to do for themselves. You'll be able to engage yourself in something serious. If you are hardworking, you must get something to do. We have a lot of programs for the youth to learn trade. There's so many things to learn. People don't want to go and do carpentry again. People don't want to do plumbing. People don't want to do fashion design. People don't want to go and do even video coverage. You see a lot of people doing this. They don't know what it means. We have a lot of things to teach youth to do in the society.
With this fresh resolve by the state government to flush out criminal elements in our member state, there is a general agreement that the fight must be sustained, and for the governor, there appears to be no retreat.
Alright, so the Hausa-speaking tribes, who are mostly Muslims, was conditioned by the political class, the people in power, to live and die in abject poverty. These people have been conditioned and been structured to live and die in abject poverty. They will never know anything good in their lives. And this is the structure that the people in power are put in place for the longest. They did this thing because they want to continue having control over political power. And what is political power? Political power is numbers. And this is why, no matter what they do, they will always get less than more. Please tell me today, what is an Hausa man good for in Nigeria? First of all, these people are born. When they born them, they start teaching them how to beg. They are not worth shit. When they are born, about 60-70% of them go into learning how to become beggars as children. It's not like that in the West. It's not like that in the South. It's not like that in the East. Children are being asked in this other region of Nigeria. They will ask them, what do you want to be in future? You hear pilots. You hear pilot, you hear engineer, you hear electrical engineer, you hear different things. The children in the north don't have this luxury of even deciding what they want to be. They become beggars. That's what they are born into. What is an Hausa man good for in Nigeria? Megadi, it's man. Megadi, that's what they are good for. What is an Hausa man good for? Clan, shoemaker. That's what they are good for. What's an Hausa man good for? King, Obioma, mobile tailor. Have you ever seen an Igbo man doing clan shoemaker walking up and down? Have you ever seen a Yoruba man going up and down? How many times have you seen an Igbo man being a gate man? Even in the eastern region, in the western region, they go and they say, who is the best for gate man? So all those outside people, they are very honest, they bring them. Meshai, Mesuya, these are all what these people are good for. This is a structure that they will never become better. They will never have an option. Now, these children that were born into begging, they don't beg for themselves to eat. Even what they beg, if you see those children with rubber plates or those children asking you for alms, when they gather that money, they take it to their malam. Then the malam, in return, give them something from what they begged from for them to survive. I'm coming, I'm going somewhere. Hausa speaking tribes, go and ask The men in Jos, what are they good for? Just men. There's no option. Drink. They do mega. Hausa speaking tribes. Benue, the same thing. Benue men are known to be megas. It's men. Their girls, their women are mostly known for being house helps. The Hausa speaking tribes was structured in Nigeria to never tell people that their population can change the country. They don't have access to education at an early age. The adults don't have access to big companies, to industries, because they didn't learn anything when they were growing up. But it's something that they have access to. They have access to guns. They have access to grenades. You know who gives those to them? Those AK-47s. You can buy AK-47 in the north. There are videos of a man that said he bought one guy at the courts. He said he bought 60,000 naira for AK-47 and they buy bullets for 1,000 naira. The politicians supply them all these things to terrorize the country. But they will never supply them anything that will make their life better. Now, they don't even know better. That's another thing. Like I said, you give them to people, you drop them in the streets, they learn how to beg at an early age. Then when they learn how to beg for a long period, then when they become adults, they become self-conscious a little bit. But now, they don't know any better. It's not as if they went to go and learn how to do hard work. That's another thing. I said in the other part of Nigeria, as a small boy, they will not beg. They'll still go and learn how to, they'll say put up for mechanic. This side, they don't do all those things. So somebody that did not learn anything growing up, as an adult, is just sitting down somewhere. Somebody will just come and tell him that, I have guns, let's go into kidnappings. Most of the terrorists in Nigeria are from the Hausa-speaking tribes. Most of the kidnappers in Nigeria are from the Hausa-speaking tribes. The bandits are from the Hausa-speaking tribes. There's a reason for all of these things. There's a reason. There is a reason for all of these things. This is a political structure that is meant to keep them like that for life. And you know why? Because of political power. Because the North, the Hausa-speaking tribes, they decide who becomes the president with their votes. So these politicians understand this. That is why they can never give them something good. They have to keep them in abject poverty. They have to keep them in a condition where they will beg to eat. So that when these politicians come with bag of rice and 5,000 naira and tell them, vote for this person, they will not have an option than to do that. And of course, because they are Hausa speakers, and because they are from the north, when this political class, the one that went to school, when they bring any other person and say, oh, this one speaks Hausa, this one is close to you, these people are not even educated to know that Igbos exist, Hausa, Yoruba exist, Edo exist, Efik exist, Delta people exist, Bayelsa people exist. They don't even know all these parts. They are not educated enough to know. They only know that the person that can associate with us is the person that speaks like us. So the politicians can never give them something good. This is why all the northern states are being terrorized, because this is the structure that has been put there by the political class to control the country. It's deliberate. We will never give them a good life. See Lagos, if you go to Lagos, you have companies. If you go to Edo states, at least you get oil, people they do. If you go to the Niger Delta region, there's oil. If you go to the east, businessmen. If you go to the north, disaster, beggars, Almajiri. That's what they know. They don't know any better. Structure. That's what they did to them. These terrorists you see, these kidnappers you see, these bandits you see, they don't know any better. These are people that were taken advantage of politically. They don't know no better. Why am I saying this? The North needs help. Until the North is liberated, Nigeria will never grow. If northern Nigeria is not liberated, North Central, if all this place are not liberated, Nigeria will never grow. And what am I trying to say in this video? The IUI influencers, you have to start preaching to these people that this is the condition that have been structured for them. Thank God we have social media now.
Very dark man is sitting in one room, started in one room. Today, he has millions of followers and he can send his message to millions of followers. I can post now and say, let us congregate there. Thousands of people will come outside. We have an opportunity in this generation to help ourselves. We are not enemies. These politicians are successfully turned Christians against Muslims, done Hausas against the other people. They lie to them that, oh, they are the ones that have the power. Hausa man will tell you that they know politics. They know politics. Well, the elites know politics. The one below don't know nothing. I said the Hausa-speaking tribes are not good for anything based on what the political class have made it to be. That is why, when I talk to you, if you meet an Hausa man that speaks good English, you are usually surprised. No lie. When you see Hausa man, wait up now, they call speak English, you go shock. No lie. Then you take it somewhere, like, oh, I bet you one Hausa guy, oh, the Hausa man went to school, then they go school finish. You see, this is structure. I remember when Alinu starred in an English movie. Alinu, a Hausa movie actor. I swear to God, we surprised when Alinu would speak English for the English film, Nollywood film. We shocked. Alinu, he speak English. We were surprised because we didn't expect anything better from him. You see, the markets that have been sold against the Hausa-speaking tribes by these politicians is bad. We have to cleanse them for this country to be great. If you decide to, let me tell you how empty the North is. Let me tell you how bad it is. I said the only reason why the politicians still consider those people as human beings is because of election. After election, anything that happens to them, they don't care. You have to understand this. If today we say Nigeria divide, the West is going to survive. The East, the East will survive like 1 billion times. The South region will survive. But you see the North Center, they will not survive. Not only Abuja will survive. They will not survive. They don't have anything to survive on. Yet they have the manpower. These people are honest people. The Hausa-speaking people are honest people. Northerners are the most honest people in Nigeria. They are very, very hardworking. They are very loyal and very honest. But what do they get in return? Banditry, terrorism, bombing, because the politicians made it so. And like I said, their children are born to become beggars. Alamajiri. That's what they are born to become. And it's not their fault, because they don't know any better. We have to bring them closer. If you have a platform, this is the generation that can do things. You have to bring the Ariwas closer. You have to bring the Hausas closer. You have to bring these people close. If you have an opportunity to give orientation, we need to do these things. Else, this country will perish. That the people holding Nigeria, the growth of this country, until they are liberated, we will not go anywhere. God bless the Ariwa speaking tribes. God bless the Hausas. God bless the Igbos. God bless the Yorubas. God bless the Efiks. God bless the Idibios. God bless the Niger Delta. God bless every part of Nigeria. Hausa speaking tribes. There is a problem.
Breaking news. Omoyele Sowore has been remanded in Kuje prison. Omoyele Sowore, the presidential candidate of the AAC, arrived at Abuja Federal High Court today, 22nd of June 2026, for his trial after a bench warrant for his arrest issued by Justice Mohammed Umar. The activist arrived at the court in company of members of his group, carrying placards and standing in solidarity with their leader, Sowore. The group said that Sowore is the greatest nightmare of Tinubu's administration, and that is why efforts are being made to silence him.
That is the biggest problem of Tinubu. Because Tinubu don't handle all that. All these other ones for and the rough guys, they get their skeleton for football. That's why they feel up every fine. They feel up Malami. They feel they touch them all around.
So the Federal High Court today ordered the remand of Sowore at the Kuje Correctional Center until Wednesday, when proceedings will resume on a 2-count charge filed against him by the DSS for calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a criminal. Sowore described the situation as a conspiracy by the executive and judiciary against him, and further re-emphasized his resolve to continue to fight for the betterment of Nigeria, even in difficult times.
So I just saw a news news, the Omoyele Sowore have been remanded at the Kuje Correctional Center.
We know they come out here, we are going to carry all of us.
And as for DSS, I don't think this case is a case. He called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief.
Can you repeat that again?
It's not a crime to call a thief a thief.
So they asked him to prove it, and the case has been going on for a long time. And then recently, Omoyele Sowore was in court.
That they must insist on sending me to the prison.
Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief?
Tinubu is the worst president in the history of the world. Say it's the worst president in Nigerian history, you are undervaluing his hollowness and emptiness.
But in my own interpretation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government have robbed us of a lot of things.
Somebody must make the sacrifice that will liberate this country.
I don't know the interpretation of what Omoyele Sowore used. All I can see here is corruption in the system of Nigeria.
I deserve my sacrifice. I have no doubt that if we don't do this now, we'll have to do it another time.
Sowore na leader you be. Even in the military government, you activated.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. Just as predicted, Sowore has been arrested. Sowore was arrested simply because of his statement that he made sometime last year. The case has been in court, they have been dragging the issue back and front. They said, why did you profile Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a criminal or as a thief that he is? But before we jump on the whole story, I want you guys to watch the particular video that when he called Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief, and I want you guys to watch it.
Can you repeat that again?
It's not a crime to call a thief a thief.
Guys are thieves. Governors are thieves. Senators are thieves in this country. House of Rep members are thieves. President is a thief. Vice President is a thief. Every one of them is a thief. Yes.
Now, this particular video is coming after they accused him and they went to court. We talked about it, I think, twice when he was in court, and he accused the Daniel Boela and Doreen Omokri for calling Bola Ahmed Tinubu a drug lord, a thief, that he just helped them to spread it. Does not mean that it was the one that originated the word thief. However, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief or a criminal? I want you guys to watch this particular video of VDM when he talks about the Sowore arrest and why I agree that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is really a chronic thief. I want you guys to see his reason.
So I just saw the news that Omoyele Sowore have been remanded at the Kuje Correctional Center until Wednesday in 2 days' time. Now, all I can see here is corruption in the justice system of Nigeria. First things first, why are they remanding him in Kuje prison? According to how the matter went, Omoyele Sowore has a case in court where, according to the DSS, according to the charges, that he called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief, right? So they asked him to prove it, and the case has been going on for a long time. And then recently, Omoyele Sowore was in court. He was in court with his people. But guess what? The court revoked his bail and claimed that he was never in court, even though there is video evidence that Omoyele Sowore was in court. Well, I want to believe that they actually played a trick. You know, there's a trick that they play where if they don't want you, you are in court, but they will actually go and do a Zoom video call. You are in court, but they will actually go and do like a Zoom video call. They will not invite your lawyer, or they will send the invitation late. There's a way they do it, they can send the invitation for the Zoom, maybe like at 12 a.m. Your lawyer feel no siam, or you say feel no siam, then they'll just say you did not appear in court and there was no show, so therefore they will revoke your bail, right? But such thing does not make any sense because there's video evidence. But at the end of the day, they pretty much want to put him there. They just want him there for a reason. Now, let's come to the issue of Omoyele Sowore calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief. Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a thief? I don't know the interpretation of what Omoyele Sowore used. But in my own interpretation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government have robbed us of a lot of things. Access to our farmlands, access to good roads, not good roads in the terms of good roads, access to secured roads. How many people can travel by road in Nigeria since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into office? How many people can go into their farmlands since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into office? As I speak to you today, the whole northern region have been taken over by terrorists and bad. They post on TikTok, you have robbed us of our freedom of movement in Nigeria. Freedom of movement, even though they have budget for this, where's the budget going into? So if they ask me, I'll say it's administration, they are thieves. They have taken the load from us Nigerians. And there's nothing to show for it. We'll just be hearing these big numbers online, but nothing makes sense.
Do you understand? So I don't interpretation and the reason why Omoyele Sowore say Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a thief. Me generally, I believe this whole system are robbers. They've robbed us of our freedom of movement. Do you understand? Yes. I am not a fan or a supporter of Omoyele Sowore because, to be very honest, I don't support a lot of things. I feel like he does not have structure and he does not even know what he represents at the end of the day. If you want a better country, there are some things that he supports that I just wonder why he does that. But that doesn't mean that we are going to turn our blind eyes or we are going to turn deaf ears to what is very much obvious. The justice system of Nigeria keeps failing every day. And that is why Wike is buying houses for appeal court judges. And very soon they will also do another estate again for high court judges. So how do these people know the law? What will these people say about the law? So therefore, nobody will be able to speak in the nearest future. That's what it means. Nigeria is slowly going. The only thing that we have is to talk and cry out. It's not still able to create any option for us. I might not agree with Omoyele Sowore's technique, which me myself, I will never ever rate him. I don't rate him. Once we president, which president? You have no structure. And so it can never be, like I said before, now that SUG president will be before now the day. But there's one thing that is certain, he never lied. When he said about this whole Tinubu government thing, like I said, I don't know the interpretation of this one, but he never lied in this particular matter. This particular government has robbed off us a lot of things. And it's 100%. Well, it's still Wednesday, then it's going to come out. And as for DSS, I don't think this case is a case. I don't think this case is a case. DSS, we know you people are secret service, highly covert. Now you do covert operation. This thing I would think when I will just carry give civil defense or police, defamation of character of the president. I feel like if somebody said that he's just pushing this thing, I don't think Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself will want to push something like this. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how many things he talk about Jonathan? How many things did Bola Ahmed Tinubu say about Jonathan? He said a lot of things against Jonathan. Nobody arrested him. Nobody arrested him. So all of these things DSS they do now, you don't need it. This case should not even be going on in the first place. I swear to God, what's there? They insult Donald Trump every day. They insult Donald Trump. They don't see where they know they call Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't carry people to court or say you want to lock up somebody. And mind you, again, this is my main point. If you are doing well, you will not need people to be doing all these things for you. You have an opportunity to become the president of Nigeria. All you have to do, I know it's not easy, but you can turn things around. But at the end of the day, for me, I will say it 1 million times. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a failure that failed Nigeria. That one is 100%. He has failed the country in security, in economy, in everything. In youth development, in agriculture. The facts are there. Evidence are there. Do you understand? So let Omoyele Sowore go and dismiss this case. This is not a case that you should carry and put up there yourself in this first place. I even thought all of you were just doing yourself. But this one that you do now just to say, you understand? You are trying to just maybe silence him and put fear in the hearts of other people that want to speak in future. Let the man go. Peace and love. Don't pray God and I will learn the hard way.
Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu government is becoming more like a tyrant, a dictatorship, who abuse the law, who misuse the... It's not just him. It begins since 2015 when APC took over office. You see what the late Buhari were also doing, arresting people, even to the extent go to Kenya by court of law to extradite Nnamdi Kanu. You see what they were doing with the courts. Even as to the worst of it all, you see how they will just arrest people who went to protest and dump them in prison. What happened in Toge? They have been abusing law. This APC government is an abuser of law. They have no respect of law. Now, to even silence the justice system of Nigeria, they now build houses and mansions for them. Now, if for example, you that is watching this video, as sincere as you are, do you think somebody that bought you a car and a house and give you a job, you can judge or fight that person no matter what that person did? You might want to see some slight of points in what he did in order for you not to call him that person a bad person, because if you do, they might claim back what that person gave to you. That is the worst level of judicial system that we are. To the point that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu are using the judicial system to fight opposition, dismantle the ADC, and saying that, oh, they registered the ADC is no longer a party. The case went to court and all of that. Anyway, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Dino Melaye. We'll be right back.
Tinubu is the worst president in the history of the world. If you say it's the worst president in Nigerian history, you are undervaluing his hollowness and emptiness. Tinubu is the most reckless, is the most unproductive, and most insensitive president in the history of the world. A president who wakes up one day and grants pardon to 70 drug barons. It's not a people's president. A president who has borrowed money than any other president in our history. President Muhammad Buhari, in 8 years, with subsidy, borrowed 87 trillion naira. In 8 years, with subsidy, borrowed 87 trillion naira. Tinubu, in less than 3 years, without subsidy, has borrowed close to 200 trillion naira. And not just borrowing. What has he done with the money? What is there to show for the borrowings? And why are you borrowing after the removal of subsidy? And what have you done with it? Tinubu took one of our most precious honors, GCOA, exclusively reserved for the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, put it in a briefcase, and took it to Paris to decorate the Chagoris. Exported our second highest national honor to a business partner and friend. There is no month since he became president that he has not traveled out of Nigeria. Do you know the amount of money we have spent in his jet-setting lifestyle? Foreign travels in 1 year is over 20 billion. When innocent people cannot afford Panadol, ulcer patients are dying. Hypertensive patients cannot afford their drugs. Diabetic patients cannot afford their drugs. Hospitals are under lock and key. Students cannot go to school. Even in the times of war, women and children are exempted. Today our students are in the wilderness. 3 weeks after, among them there's a 5-year-old that was killed. And yet we have a president who behaves as if kerosene is flowing through his veins and not blood. We have a president that is not perturbed. We have a president that is not disturbed. But there's a good news. We are going to stop Tinubu. The people's power, the people's will stop Tinubu. 2027 will be different. Our approach will be different. Our defense will be different. And Tinubu will know that we are a pained people. We are a molested people. We are a deprived people. And we will make sure he knows that true power comes from the people. He's planning to read, but we are laughing at him. This time around, we will stop his electoral tiffin. We will stop it. Push a goat to the wall, you will realize that the goat can bite. We are in a precarious situation. People are dying. Blood is flowing. Insecurity is pervasive. Hunger is killing. We cannot afford. People now eat from the garbage. People are committing suicide. Recent investigations have shown that more people are dying of ulcer as a result of hunger in Nigeria. As I'm speaking to you, government is owing contractors for job executed since 2024. The last time this government paid any federal government contractor, apart from the Chagoris, is in first quarter of 2024. We are in 2026. They are still implementing the budget of 2024. This is the first time our president decided, since Tafawa Balewa, since Azikiwe, the presidents of this country have always been using Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Tinubu is the first president who came to power and said he cannot use an S-Class. He decided to use the Beast, the same car that the president of America is using. That is costing more than 20 times what the S-Class would cost. He bought a new plane. They bought a yacht. He decided to see Nigerians can continue to be in darkness and provided solar lights in the villa at the whooping cost of 17 billion naira to the detriment of Nigerians. When your president say it's off national grid, to tell you that I have given up on power. Leadership is by example. How can you have Sola in the villa? And the poor Pamaita in Omuleri, the poor farmer in Ogumosho, and the Baduku in Dambata is sleeping with Kendo. Such an insensitive president. I thought Nigerians should have lights before you will think of the villa. But he is the most insensitive character I have seen. But the good news again is that he's a one-time president. He's a one-time president. He will see the demonstration of the people's will this time around. Like the what people say, all die and I die.
What are your fears for the 2027 election?
My fear is very simple. That Tinubu will lead this country to a war path. Because he will try to rig. And there will be vehement resistance. At the end of the day, we may have a president who will run away. Because we're not backing down. This time around, enough is enough.
Of a truth, is it wrong? No. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the worst president in the entire world. For him to surpass the late Buhari, it tells that this man has nothing to offer to Nigeria. A man that is proportionally supporting and abating all those Fulani men, rehabilitating them back to the society, paying ransom, going to the foreign media house, paying them heavily not to talk about everything that is going on in Nigeria. Nigerians are dying, and this man seems not to care. Somebody said Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a thief. You guys decide to arrest and just let him in court. See what they did to Sowore, how they arrested him because of the truth that the guy said. What did he say that is different from what Reno Mokri said?
Myself. Nobody told me I went to Chicago myself. I went to the court where Bola Tinubu had this issue. I went to the Chicago State University. I went there, I saw the documents myself. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. I went there. Another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen. I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me in that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. He has this man who is going to be the Minister of Labor and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that it had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pendant.
From Reno Mokri, but Reno Mokri is working with them now. Once you are in APC, all your sins are forgiven. You want to talk about Danny Boela, the spokesperson for Bola Ahmed Tinubu right now. You heard what he said, how Bola Ahmed Tinubu created the militia that went to Toge to cry people, how Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a certified drug lord, how Bola Ahmed Tinubu carry bullion van to buy votes. He said a lot about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because he's not in APC, nobody can talk about him now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as worse as he is, he wants to turn the whole country to one-party system. Like is APC, any other political party should not be in existence. That's why any party that is in existence now, you will send somebody there to infiltrate and dismantle them. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, I will ask my case here. What do you think about Sowore? Do you think he deserved the arrest? What do you also think about what VDM said? What do you think about the Nigerian judicial system that has been pocketed by this APC government, uses them to and fro any as they pleases? What do you think? Is it also right for the federal government to build house for the judges in Nigeria? If, for example, they want to reward judge, for me, it would have been the retired judge who have served this country and retired. Then you buy them houses or you build them houses so that the one in office will have to work so hard. And at the end of the retirement, they will be rewarded. No, not them, the one that is going to help them to win 2027 mansions. City judges benefiting from the federal government. A lot of you know what happened in Ekiti State. We will also talk about that anyway. If you believe Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a chronic thief, please comment it in the comment section. If you believe he's innocent, also comment it in the comment section. Your thoughts, let us know in the comment section. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on future uploads. I love you guys. God love you more. you love us, the only way you can show us support is to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video. You can also share to your social media platform. There are a lot of videos we're going to talk about during the course of this week, but we don't have a title yet. You know, sometimes we deal with insecurity, politics, but for this week, we don't really know what to jump on, but we'll just, for the now, we'll talk about random thing that we found on the net. I love you guys. Until we meet again. Bye. Peace out.
Free Sowore now. So before I talk free Sowore, I want to know what it is. The man when they speak for Nigerian masses, they don't talk say they go remind them for Kuje prison. The man when they speak for Nigerian masses, Justice Mohammed Garba Umar, don't talk say they go keep her for Kuje prison. But the terrorists when they do give away for TikTok, our DSS and police, they throw away salama for them. They even like their video. They share. They don't like a share. DSS and police, they don't like a share. DSS and police, they don't like a share for terrorist video. APC Justice Umar. Account number to collect giveaway. APC Justice Umar. APC Justice Umar. APC Justice Umar. APC Justice Umar. Well done. Justice Umar, shame on you. Shame on you. Mama, Mama, see you.
Finally, Obi has pushed himself to a point of no return. Obi has pushed himself inside the gutter he will never get out from, because there is no coming back from this, and there is no getting out of this. That thing when he not staying himself, you know, if you come off for him cloth again. The British Prime Minister just resigned, and Obi took to Twitter and is asking President Tinubu to follow in the footsteps of the British Prime Minister and resign. Yes, you heard me right. Coming from Obi, he went on Twitter and is asking the president to resign. And this is very funny. Coming from somebody that was mentioned in the Pandora's Papers, using his daughter's name for fraud. Yes, we've been a 419. Coming from somebody that refused to pay salaries of the doctors, these guys will strike for good 13 months or more. Coming from somebody that said he won't quit, even though he wasn't doing anything and got impeached, he said he will not quit. Coming from somebody that told us IPOB that has unalived thousands of people and they even eat their own people's flesh, calling them that they are not terrorists and they are people that he lives with. He knows them by name, by face, he knows their family. Coming from somebody that stole Anambra's money and kept it in a bank where he had interest in. Coming from somebody that didn't build one single hospital in Anambra. Coming from somebody that didn't build any single school. Coming from somebody that under his watch, thousands of Anambarians were unalived and their body dumped into the Izu River by this Okuzu SARS, where CSP James Umafor was the commander then, and he was friends with Obi. What did they do to him today? We don't know where Obi went to hide him. Coming from somebody that imposed a personal income tax or levy on Anambra women selling vegetable by the roadside inside the market. Like if you have a food store, half store, even quarter store, you have to pay 3,000 naira. That is just the personal income tax, and he had other levies imposed on them, and everything together was 9,000 something every month. Coming from women that sells, so maybe all their market, you know, they pass 5,000 here, and you are now taking 3,000 from them. You are taking 9,800 from them also every month. No be me talking. Watch this video.
It's a 3,000 naira personal income tax pro rata for all categories of traders in the market across the state as a way of shoring up the state government internally generated revenue, going by the explanation of the man in charge of taxation in Anambra, one day came in.
Officially, the trader's tax is a minimum of 3,000. And this tax is payable only by those who own stores in any designated in Anambra State. If you own a store, a shop, or half of it, a quarter of it, you pay tax on your head for 3,000 naira. That is different from levy. That is different from solid. But I don't think that is what they're talking about. What the women are saying is they don't want to pay taxes because they are women. Their job is to give birth to children. It is the job of the men to pay taxes.
Traders in the state show payment of taxes, as you can see in this protest by women, which did not only start today, but since the introduction of the levy and taxes in the state. It was quite difficult to get the women to talk on camera, as they are mainly of little or no formal education and they all choose to speak in Igbo language. The only one that this spoke to us said levies and taxes are having an excessive impact on them.
The total one, the 9,600 the person. That's the reason why the money is too much for our women.
This was Obi Anambra. Anambra got poorer under Obi. Coming from Obi that was practicing like an educational fraud or education fraud, when he left office, over 500 examination malpractice center, all those special centers, they were closed when Obi left. So this guy was involved in all, even when he was traveling, they caught his bodyguard with 250 million naira cash. And there's even a lady, I think she's in Peru now, she said she was moving powder for Obi. No, it's there online too. So coming from somebody like this, asking President Tinubu to resign, I don't even know what to say. A president that has been able to diversify the economy. He just recently invested a massive $400 million rare earth processing plant in Nasarawa State, where when we dig up our rare earth elements, we will refine them and sell them. Imagine we dig up lithium with the sand and the rock, and we're selling 1 ton for 2,000, where that 1 ton is almost 20K. The president that has given students student loan now found that it's even giving them 20K for upkeep every month. A president that has given us tax reform. A president that has been able to achieve 15 trillion non-oil revenue. The crude oil sales now only account for 4% of our GDP. A president that has been able to clear so many backlogs. A president that is now making us print our own passports in Nigeria. A president that has given us e-gates at the airports. A president that has built Lagos Coastal Highway, this Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, that will open up 9 states for trade, commerce, everything. Full transportation along the corridor will be very, very easy now. The president that is giving us Sokoto Badagry Super Highway. Do you know the kind of trade this corridor is going to create? The president has given us local government autonomy, so the local government can directly receive their money and develop from their local governments. The president has given the executive order for NNPC to stop stealing our money. 30% exploration fund, 30% management fee. This Petroleum Industry Act scam. The president that removed fuel subsidy that was enriching the pocket of a few. The president that removed dollar subsidy that was enriching people that didn't, so they don't even have any form of education overnight. This is the president that Obi is asking to resign. You know, the list of his achievement goes on and on. Like, if I begin counting, I don't know if you count and finish. Are there some places that he has lagged behind? Yes. Are there places that he has done? Yes. He has done excellent in so many places. So many places. Obi is now asking him to resign. Obi, for this thing you said, you have gotten to the point of no return. You will never get out of it. And come 2027, people are going to come out and show you that they really love the president. And all those votes you got in the Southwest and in the South-South last time, forget it. All those votes you got in the Southwest and the South-South last time, forget it. Look at the recently concluded election in Ekiti State. This should show you. And even the by-election said, even APC won in Enugu also. So you can live with your delusions until the election, but come that 2027, that will be your last time of trying to occupy any office in Nigeria, because you are going to be retired. You and the people that are pushing you. I don't go talk past like that.
Wait, so you don't tell us for this social media say they arrest double chief, say they give him 15 years imprisonment because say slap you. My people, when I remember last year where One guy when they call double chief give Abatobo's correct dirty slap for mouth. After some days ago, they say they arrest the guy, say the guy did 15 years imprisonment because they beat Abatobo's wound. I say, since when? Like, as in how? As how now? Now I keep my ear down. Now when they hear for TikTok, they say, now I say the guy they intact because they know me not they believe in that. And moreover, if at all, not be that one, say it's not, like, you know how many two fights where police they carry every now and then? Now human being people they fight. No, because who do you like Nigeria that we day? What did you say? Be who you be? You will say they had your head, they go for England. And people, now the guy that just they chop for years. So the guy they chop, they just they say they could not be even prison for London. Say they could because they mock them. You now we don't go join AAC, I'm not the AAC they call her. Omoye election party. God, my love. This guy is a snitch. This guy, anything he's talking to, because I hear one video when they say he just talk to you and he follow you talk on phone. Make una tell Omoye election Abatobaza is one of the worstest snitch when you can ever think of. As in the praise you, that man waiting the praise you, that I go see the pitch later. He's just looking for a way we get engagement. They always they look for how he go take project himself. Because I can imagine as of 4 or 5 years ago, Abatobaza they do like say that he be one of the best for the social media. Now when video come now he come like say he not come very relevant again. Now they make body they pepper away. They say nothing with video. They join all those idiots, all those Denolekia and all those set of people. Now he join. They begin to poke. Before they come, and the video when you take us Papa video, they come and analyze that one later. You say double chief get prison. Now prison be this way for the job, so no, I'm asking you. Now prison be this way double chief. I don't see her for TikTok when it enter live for people TikTok they talk. So if you can lie this kind of lie to your gullible followers, to your gullible fans, so which other lie you don't go feel like? Because I hear for one video when you visit, that's why UK police, that's why they just register your name. Say if anything, in case of anything, you just call them, they will just call us. I say, Ija, UK police register your name extra for you to go they call them. In case if anything they like as in I don't understand. It really shows you just knew the entire abroad. You are no, you just they do click. Not be you they cry they beat to genocide for years some years ago say genocide they abroad say no they work. But so you take abroad, which work they work? That's when really they work, man when they work, you know they see on Facebook like this. No, man when they work at least 8 hours job, you know like if you see an say the man want by himself. On Facebook save himself now wahala. For you to do on Facebook 24 hours makes you a jobless soul. I think you don't say that. The thing when they beat only know the man they don't get genocide. The thing when they beat that one put that time. I think don't reach your body now. You don't know as it be where. So now you don't move like this. You come and go the light to your colleague first. I go be you now because I see many people where they join you that time. They say the double chief. They say the arrest double chief. So see the double chief now. How I be you now? I be you. Since when you enter UK, you know, since what pass take over for post, you know great time to say, where is your doggy? I don't go, where is your doggy? Go, just go and do things small. Just go test them. Where maybe you, but what pass you don't go 2 times before you come for post. And you come for live post young yati. What you go again? Go now, carry go, and will be liar. And they come. This one I just intro video. Just for me to tell your gullible fans that not when they come out of your mouth when they make sense. Not when they come out of your mouth when they don't be lie. Why cheap you liar. Just come and lie. Say they like even if I they even do yourself. You yourself, you not supposed to use yourself. Say no, not the only and I do not because you not supposed to use yourself. Say maybe you don't even supposed to go give them. Okay, now when the guy come and I be you now. Oh yeah, come to book and I say that AI not be in. You need the prison. Then AI and the tough. About doubles with the payment home. Stupid irritating. So whatever I tell her, let's take care of this guy. This guy is Siam.
Alright, I want to go Ratel Governor Anambra State. So first thing first, I want to talk about Cha China. Before I do that, I want to explain something for those of you pushing narrative, commenting on my post. VDM did the same thing to Lord. How far? VDM did the same thing to Lord. I want to explain something, right? First thing first, VDM is not a businessman. Secondly, They don't the email bill or don't they go back and forth. They don't get the issue. And what in complain video now when Lord call video mama thief. Reason because he called both of them said he called video my mama thief. Reason because video escorted his mother to GT Bank to go and resolve issue of debit where the woman no initiated any transaction. So Lord now called Vivian and the mother a thief. So Vivian visited China and said, okay, see person where they call me thief. See how much where they stay. He said this phone, no. But see what they see for China here. My person where they call him thief. So their own case is quite different. And Vivian is not a businessman. You don't get shop anywhere. Now back to China. Even before China started calling out vendors, you understand, to reduce their prices. China has been doing business. She has been ordering goods from China for people. It has been a business. Even till now, she get platforms where she take order. Even while in detention, till now, her people, she even get manager, her people still take order, people's order. Do you understand? So you cannot be doing business and you want to crash prices of things. It will be as if you want to bring down somebody to climb. Do you understand? She's a business person. She do business. She order things from China and she delivers to people. You know. So anybody when they see this thing from another angle, I don't understand you people. But that is not point of contention for this video, right? Let me read out a chart. Before they arrested her, someone reached out to her and ordered a goods. In fact, as a matter of fact, this person now will order things from her. She wanted to deliver hair. She won't deliver hair for person who do wedding. A lady won't want to do wedding. As a matter of fact, the person himself don't even do wedding pass. People have said this particular girl now gets extra money to buy hair for that lady now. We won't do wedding. By now, she for don't do police station by now. Because she don't spoil person wedding be that. I don't say wedding now once they do it for life. You understand? Now, for the way they say, she don't do anything. But she don't apologize. Now we go apologize. Now the girl is suffering and she did detention. Her business now is crying. As in, her business now they suffer. But I don't like this part now I don't like. As we speak now, even the manager and her workers, they take order from people. For a Telegram channel, everything, they take order back to back. But why can't you guys now deliver or attend to this client politely? Now your manager now they block this lady now. Now let me read out the chat. Good afternoon, Saizu. Please, I need your help. My goods are imported to Nigeria 2 weeks ago. I paid Chacha to help me pick from the warehouse in Lagos and sent to me in PH. Before this issue, since last week, I have been calling her team to help me send my goods to PH. They are saying they won't send until Chacha is out from the prison. And those goods are for different people. Even the bride that had her wedding last Saturday, I had to get her another hair because Chacha team refused to deliver my package. That's with them. Now I have a Shebi that's slated for this Saturday. Their stores are in that package that is being held by Chacha's team. Please, you people should help me. We continue. Now, when did this lady contacted China and paid? China and paid.
Your item was picked up yesterday, so definitely today, tomorrow you get a call. You don't just pick up and open it that same thing.
This was the China's voice note to the girl, right? That her goods was picked up yesterday, and in less than 2 days' time, she's going to receive her goods. Apparently, maybe they now picked her up, right? This happened June 12. on Friday, June 12, 2026. Maybe they picked her up around 15th, I think, at the 16th of June, right? She sent her account number and the girl made payment. Now, the craziest part of it, it's not about even China being in prison. Now, when the girl are going to talk to China's manager, they disturb the girl with calls to know if they sent the goods or not. The manager blocked the girl. You see the problem. If I talk something now, I would say I hate it. I don't even know China from anywhere. Now, let me explain something, right? If I'm doing business with you, especially online business, and you block me, automatically that is criminal act. You have no right whatsoever, even if the person they disturb you with call, they chat you back to back, they even fight you or they quarrel you for chat. You have no reason whatsoever to block the person. Blocking that person is criminal and it's an offense. That's the honest truth. You see why I say you people need to go back to drawing, as in to do research about the law that guides us in this country. Person send you money, make you and do one or two, make you buy something, or make you wave something. You can't block the person. That is criminal. Now, don't be even about China. China is in prison, but this manager now, as we speak, this manager now for Telegram channel, he collect order, they collect order back to back. Why can't you now attend to this lady? Oh yeah, madam, we are waiting to CCB. Maybe we hold the goods, or we don't send them. Why comes to number? You understand? You block her. Anyways, we still wait for China to come out today, so she will start settling people and attending to her clients. Now, why am I making this video? I want you people to understand that China is a businesswoman. She don't do the business before she started to call her vendors. So for the fact say they do business, automatically you have been disqualified yourself to even call her vendors with the high price. You understand? And if you want to do it at all, you have to be diplomatic about it. You don't need to mention anybody's name or put anybody's page or put anybody's picture. For the talk people say we hate anybody or no. Well, this is really not standing for the truth. That is the honest truth. For the fact that they do business, you have no right whatsoever to put up any vendor's picture to call out anybody. It will look as if you want to bring down somebody to climb. Because you are a business lady. You do order goods from China, you do business with people even before you started to do these ones online. Anyways, about going out, but go on Number State. I beg, come out today by God's grace. Maybe you go to settle these people. I beg. This lady now, people who their goods, that package where they send to her now, don't they call them back to back. So then they threaten her now with police. This was now when they do video, they do one kind of damage control. They don't want to say the truth. They don't feel go carry you now, come out or go deliver these ones now where they cry now, where you hold their goods. Now you now this station now they suffer them. They prison now they suffer them. Them they did the house now they do videos. Including me I they do video. Because I'm free. Make nobody want you apologize to these people. One they even talk say must bring them back a page. I did the matter and they beg, make I know where I go. I go from my own pages now, give them one. Make she calm down. And I don't even know what they do for backyard. When they do damage control. Anyways, I'm not going out with Sowore. As a business lady, you have no right to call out any other vendor. Even if you want to call other vendors to crash prices of things, do it in a way you will not harm anybody or hurt anybody. Generalize it. Car vendors, car dealers, will not be thief. You don't mention anybody's name. Simple sense, simple common sense.
In Enugu State, where a group of angry women took to the streets to protest against the rise of sex workers, accusing them of meddling with their husbands and sons. In the video that began trending on social media on Wednesday, the women were seen protesting in a village community in Oji government area of the state. Let's
Enugu Agwele, we were hashing and Morana. Tahana Nwoke Iri. Tahani Lala, so how do we want to protest? Say, I saw Moscow. You have a how do we want to Madonna Agustin, the Mandala Agustin, how do you look? How do we saw Moscow? Everyone must be better.
Dr. Basisa.
Okay, go ahead. This story is for you. We did see a story like this in Rivers State, I think. But yeah, go ahead.
It's called the End Umkurumiri protest. Umkurumiri. Okay, but it raises a number of sociological questions. Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. In 1893, George Bernard Shaw wrote a play on Pleasant, titled Mrs. Warren's Profession. Mrs. Warren, in that play, is a prostitute, and also had a daughter, and she also had a number of prostitutes under her watch, and she was a madam. Yes. This was in 1893. The expression "the oldest profession" was later used by Rudyard Kipling in 1899 in a poem titled "On the Crying Wall." So this is an attack on the oldest profession in the world. Yeah. In fact, some people may even go a step further that what happened in the Garden of Eden will seem to be the original sin, that the original sin that we refer to in the study of the Bible is referring to this same phenomenon. Preacher. So if we go a step further, these women in Enugu, I think they should be asked. They are complaining about the prostitutes. By the way, there is a National Association of Sex Workers. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if, before this week runs out, their president issues a statement against the demonization, the mischaracterization of prostitutes who are doing what they consider legitimate work. All right. Why is it legitimate work? Because their association is actually registered. Okay. Now, in northern Nigeria, under the penal code of the federal provisions of 1960, now prostitution is frowned upon. Also because of the Islamic, native customs, in many of the communities in the north, in the same way in which adultery is an issue in the north.
Is prostitution a crime, Dr. Wati? Why did they arrest the women on the street?
Prostitution, that's how I'm defining it. In the northern part of Nigeria. But here in the southern part of Nigeria, where you have the criminal code, it is not expressly written that if you are a prostitute, you are a criminal. No. What is criminalized is if you are pimping, using underage children to trade in prostitution, or if you are running a brothel, which may be considered offensive, to public morality. So those are the issues. So the women of Enugu, let them worry more about their husbands. Because if the prostitutes don't have clients, it's their husbands who go to those prostitutes. Number two, the women themselves. Yes. Why are they not keeping their husbands?
And what does that mean, Dr. Martin? How are the women going to be keeping their husbands?
Women give a provision.